Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
You really adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Bazinga.
2 in the box. Ready to go. We be fast and they be slow.
Cool.
Yeah, no, you'll learn. That's not
Turn
a good
this
thing.
bitch on.
You will soon find out. That's not good.
That's not a good thing. And we're recording. Welcome to the Mt.Geekmore podcast, your favorite podcast where we like to talk about, discuss, and argue the top 4, the Mount Rushmore, if you will, of our favorite pop culture subjects. Today's pop culture subject, as you can tell, because you're looking at your listening device, is our favorite movies from the year 1992. So
Impossible year.
Yeah, impossible year. So I am Nary Science. With me, as usual, is David.
Howdy.
We have Chris joining us.
Hello.
Welcome back. And for the first time ever, we have Mario Ramil,
Thank you very much, Neri, for having
the
me.
huge local celebrity.
Local.
That means Puerto Rico.
Thank you.
Puerto Rico. The island, not New York.
The island.
By the way, I'm here to also start a little GoFundMe for some microphone holders. Arm's tired already, Neri. Gotta be honest with you.
Aren't you a comedian? Aren't you a stand-up comedian?
Yeah, but I don't
Be
do more than 5
professional.
minutes. I don't do more than 5 minutes. So
Oh, okay,
we're
that
on
makes
timer.
sense.
He's sitting right now. So.
Makes sense.
That's true. What's up, guys? How's it going, man? By the way, also, my virginity coming right back to me, sitting here in this. But what I would assume is like you
men's
bought
child
out
cave?
the last items that Toys R Us had.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
This is my man-child cave.
How crazy does it drive your kids that they get to open none of these toys?
No, they're fine. They didn't even get to come into the office.
Okay, first of all, this is not an office.
There's a computer.
Don't make it an office.
There's a computer desk.
We know what that computer's
There's a
for.
computer desk.
We know what
That's
that computer's
totally
for.
an office. I mean, what else do you need
There's
in an
napkins
office?
and lotion.
Look,
You
there is a copier,
No, this
a
is
printer,
This is a museum.
Which is doing a great job of holding all those papers.
of holding all the paper. That's
that printer hasn't been printed.
how much
In
it prints.
years.
Absolutely not. It's Bluetooth and everything. It's wireless.
Oh, wow.
I could print
Whoa.
something right now.
Didn't know you had it like that.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I'm not trying to brag when I do
No,
my
no,
cruise ships.
my printer does.
I'm trying to brag.
Celebration.
I'm just saying.
Yes, sir.
I have a boat act, so I got it like that.
15-minute ferry ride to Bimini.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's do it. Have they tried to get you on that one yet?
They
Yeah, I got offered that, and I was like, "How much does it pay?" And they told me, I was like, "I'm all right, thanks."
They try to get you on a ferry.
They try to get
do a ferry?
There's like one of those booze cruises. I'm not gonna say the name.
Oh,
of the
like
company.
go around.
That literally just go from Miami or Fort Lauderdale, and they go around for like 4 hours, or they'll go to the Bahamas and
Yeah.
then come back the same night.
Yeah.
And
You're
then,
like, no.
one night cruise where they literally go over there, stay there one night, and then come back the next
Yeah.
morning, and then they tell me how much they paid. I'm like, nah. I'm all right.
Yeah, like nah, I'm good. I'm
I'm
good.
all right.
So you're set. There's a whole drive.
Yeah, then literally it's like one of those things where they're like, it's $315 for the day. I'm like, no.
Do you get seasick?
No. I'm on the world's largest cruise ships. You
don't feel that
you
at
don't
all.
feel shit.
Like just went fishing. We got invited to go fishing on like one of those little charter things, and I don't. Can you curse here?
Yeah.
I don't
What?
fucking fish. I don't
What do
even
you mean you
eat
fucking
fish.
You're Cuban.
Okay, that's a fucking stupid stereotype. First of all, I'm American, motherfucker. Second of all,
Really?
not all Cuban fish.
Your YouTube is full of Cuban shit. Like
well,
that's
the hyphen. That's what I'm the hyphen.
Oh, okay.
I'm not Cuban American. I'm the hyphen right
okay,
there.
all
But
right.
no, we don't all fucking fish.
Yeah, no, I don't
We
fish.
don't all swim. Are you Cuban?
Yep.
Do you fish?
Nope.
We're
I don't
breaking
eat
down
pork
stereotypes here.
Yeah, he doesn't eat pork.
You know, but you've
You
never.
see how you lost now? You see how you're lost for words? You're lost for words. You're like,
Hold on.
whoa.
I gotta
on.
tell you, I'm Cuban American, and I love to fish, and I love to eat fish.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But that's 1 out of 3. Boom. So breaking stereotypes.
There's variety here.
And by the way, pork never ate it for fucking what is it after what is
Nochebuena?
it? For Nochebuena? Never ate. Never ate an area. What do you think about me now?
I'm sad for you. Lechon is delicious. I don't know why.
It is. We would go over to neighbors' houses, but we never.
Yeah, but you ate it.
made
But you still ate it.
from time to time, but it was never a thing.
Okay. Well, you
It
just
wasn't
said
our
I never
custom.
ate it, and
It
now
wasn't
you're
our
just going.
custom.
You never made it.
It wasn't our
What would they make?
custom.
Ham or?
The neighbors? No.
What was your pork? What was your win? I think.
we would do like I think we would just fucking like steak and stuff. Yeah, it's like whatever my mom was just whipping up. We never really had a big thing. I have a small family. Most of the people are dead.
Like a palomilla, churrasco.
Wow.
Like not a palomilla. Yeah, like a palomilla or un fucking una pechuga empanizada or something. Like it wasn't a traditional Cuban thing. You know, some stereotypical shit that nary. You're Hispanic. Do you fix cars? Do you not fix cars?
Of course. What the fuck is
well,
wrong? No, I'm kidding. I'm the most non.
There you go. We're breaking stereotypes.
Not only that, dude. I'm so bad with cars that I used to work at an insurance company, at an auto insurance company, doing estimates for auto insurance, and I got taken out of that position as quickly as humanly fucking possible.
Yeah.
I told them during the interview, in my fairness, I was like, I don't know anything about cars. That's my weakness. And they were like, we'll teach you. And I'm like, cool. And then 6 months later, they're like, so you want to go back on the phone?
And they're like, oh, he's Latino. Like, he's got to be underselling himself a little bit.
No. They were like, what's your biggest weakness? I'm like, I don't know shit about cars, fellas.
Your go-to was like, you need to fix a radiator. That's
I just literally
check your radiator.
I would just look at the computer and start clicking shit. I'm like, that looks fucked up.
That's me when I go to a fucking mechanic. That's all I know. I'm like, is the radiator okay? They're like, you need oil. I'm like, but you might want to check the radiator because also I don't know if it was radiating today.
Here's how I know about radiators is because I know the only parts about the cars that I know is parts that my personal cars have had fucked up. I've had a fucked up radiator, so I know what the radiator looks like. I know where the radiator is located because I know how much it costs.
Yeah,
because I had to repair that shit.
Right.
I know what a front bumper is, and I know what.
Well, I hope you know what the fucking front bumper is.
No, you would think. And then somebody once told me when I first got to the insurance company, this is obviously years ago, they were like, oh, the quarter panel. I was like, yeah. What?
like you said quarter pounder?
Yeah,
I fuck with that.
I'm down.
Hey, what part of the car's a quarter pounder?
You know what they call a quarter panel with cheese in France?
That's hilarious. So today's we're gonna be talking about 1992 movies.
Perfect. That's one of my favorite years.
Mario is super funny. Go check out his YouTube page. He has his own podcast. What's the name of the podcast, Mario?
Very original. The Ramil Podcast.
Spell that.
RAMIL.
Yeah, there you go. Check it out, man. He's a super funny guy from Miami, very talented. So
local,
very local.
Funny for local, yeah. Funny for local, absolutely. Absolutely.
I felt like you were fucking.
But you don't live in Hialeah.
I felt like you were forced to fucking say, "Oh, that's funny." Yeah, fucking this. Hey, he's wearing jean jacket. Yeah, fucking piece of shit. He's fucking little dick.
He's here. He's present. Whatever.
I guess he's here and holding his own mic.
But I'm not. Was I underselling it? I thought I was like a very funny guy. Go check him out.
Yeah.
But I wasn't.
I don't even want to check myself out after that fucking.
Here's the thing. I don't want to be that guy who's like, oh my god.
You want to overdo it.
I don't want to fucking car salesman and fucking be like, you got it. What's it gonna take to get you into Ramil's YouTube channel? Like, I'm not gonna be that guy. It's gonna be fucking just. He's very funny. That's my word. And then go listen to him.
So what do you ever have anybody on that isn't funny, but that's their like thing? But then how do you sell them?
Oh, I just go, oh, he's a comedian.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Now I know. If I ever fucking introduce this next comedian, Mario.
I go. Welcome to the podcast for the first time, Fulano Natal. He's a comedian. So all right, and then I keep on.
Then you start the show.
No, I go, a comedian. How long have you been doing comedy? And they go, way too long. And I go, okay, cool. And then we fucking move on.
we all get it.
Yeah, we are.
Way too long.
That's it.
By the way, is like when people say how long they've been doing comedy, it's usually like with like a.
Have you ever lied? Have you ever lied about it?
No, I'm proud. I'm kind of proud of it.
Some comedians I've met, they will take out the time that they were quote unquote open micers, and I'm like, what?
They take out from when they actually started.
They go. Oh, I've been doing it for 12 years. I'm like, really? I thought it was like 20. He was like, well, that was the open mics. I'm like, well, that's 8 years. You're gonna take away 8 years from your fucking resume?
Yeah.
Like, no, I.
It's like, have you been sexually active? No, I've sucked some dicks, but it's not like it counts.
That's
what I'm
one
saying.
That counts
It fucking counts.
Obviously.
Yeah, one dick. 18 times? I mean,
does that make you gay? No.
So that's the way I see it. Anyways,
1992, good year.
1992 movies. It was a great year for movies.
Fantastic
it was.
vintage.
So this is the way we usually do it because I'm explaining this because Mario's I know has never heard my podcast. So
that's not true. I love the Mount Geeks.
The Mount Rush Geeks.
The Mount Rush Geeks.
Chris, how did you go about making your list, making your selection?
I did a self-imposed rule of no
No women.
Anime.
Got it.
None of those yicky things.
No women. No black movies.
Oh, wow. Jesus.
No, I didn't know.
Army of Darkness is out. Sister Act.
No.
Sister Act. Got
Sister
it.
Act.
Sister Act. Number 1, Malcolm X. But yeah, I picked no animated movies.
Was animation even?
Yeah,
right?
there's
Toy
two
Story?
pretty big ones there on 92.
In 92?
Yeah.
I must have missed them.
And I did a lot of Kid Eyes, but I tried to...
Movies that you loved as a kid
Yeah.
that you haven't seen since.
That I haven't seen since, so I did have to kind of go through the list and figure out which ones I remembered. Because there were movies that I remember watching and be like, shit, that movie was awesome.
Yeah.
I remember enjoying it, but I don't fucking remember the movie. So those kind of either ended up being honorable mentions if I really like them, or just,
Hey, really
didn't
quick,
make
have
it.
you done like 91, 93, 94?
We did
like, have
90,
you got-
91.
991.
Okay.
We're moving in order chronologically.
Okay, I
so we
got
did
it.
90, 91. This is 92 now.
So we haven't done 95 yet.
Right. That's
Yeah, that would be
that's
jumping the
literally
gun.
what chronologically means.
Yeah. I got it.
It's good. It's good, Chris.
See that?
Yeah, I
I'm paying
feel the same
attention.
way.
You got a star. You got a star sticker.
You get a happy face.
Does it match this one? Because that one...
Yeah, it's good.
All right. So David, how did you make your selection?
So I did a search for movies that came out in 1992, and I
Literal shit.
I was astounded.
I used my fingers and-
I was astounded because 1990 I think was not too difficult to do. 91 I thought
hard.
was fairly
Yeah.
difficult.
91 was tough.
And I was like, well, there's no way that any other year in the 90s is going to be more difficult than a year where I have to decide between like The Rocketeer and Terminator and all these other, and fuck if 1992 is not like
Rocketeer and
much
Terminator were
worse.
definitely my top 2 of 91.
That was 91?
Terminator 2.
Wow,
Yeah, Terminator 2.
Were movies... Was there... Are you saying that because there's just so fucking many that to
Yeah,
pick from, or was it...
there were a bunch of
You could only
movies
choose
that
4. The
I
fact that you could only
personally
choose 4,
love.
and
Yeah.
that's the
Okay.
part that's difficult.
Right. So and like right now, as my list stands, like I would only feel happy if my list could be 5 long.
Okay.
And that would just be with me being marginally happy. That's like I'm barely happy. That's like you only gave me my order. You didn't give it to me with any sort of
But
like.
we're doing
smile
4,
on
but
your face.
then...
No, honorable
And then
mentions.
honorable mentions.
Honorable
Yeah.
mentions. Okay, well, that makes me feel a little
It
better.
does make me feel
right?
a little better.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I went with my favorites today. This would be a different list if I was going with pure nostalgia or
Right.
child eyes. But that said, there are a number of movies that I enjoyed as a kid that I still enjoy today, and sometimes even more so.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go.
With adding to that, a lot of stuff that I kept watching was there was a lot of movies. I was 11, so there were a lot of movies on the list that were made in '92 that I couldn't watch when I was 11.
Right.
So there were movies that I either ended up catching up as I was an older teenager, or even movies that I ended up watching 20 years later, like Army of Darkness.
Do you want to feel old? Mario, how old were you in 92?
Okay, I look a little run down because I drink a lot, but yeah, I was 2.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, so
That's okay. It's not like you guys were 40.
I'm not the youngest here. I'm usually the youngest.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I am 31. I'll be 32 in July. So
okay.
I was 5
Yeah.
in 92. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
When he told me, he goes, I was 2 that year. I'm like,
I was 2, 3.
he goes, I gotta look these up. I'm like, what do you think? We all just randomly know movies from '92. We all gotta look this up. That's not.
I don't know. I thought fucking it's the Mt.Geekmore. I thought you guys do
yeah.
I mean,
shit for
there's a couple movies where I'm like, okay, I knew that Unforgiven came out in 92.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to remember all.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I had to look them up, and I was a little impressed with. I was a bit impressed with how many fucking movies came out in '92.
yeah, it's a good list.
Same thing for me, kind of. For me, it was I had to. The way I did it was, do these movies still hold weight for me now? Because like you see movies like The Mighty Ducks, for example. I don't think I can sit through that shit now. Like, all right, you fuckers play hockey and fucking
I'm glad Jeff's not here.
Emilio Estevez. Emilio Estevez. But Emilio. But so then that's how I picked that. I looked at the ones that I've actually watched now. In fact, the first one I picked, I don't know, we're not probably gonna
Not
say
yet.
much,
No.
Not yet.
but the first one I picked, I saw about 5 months ago, and it was I might add it to like my top 10.
Nice.
That's how
Of all time.
Yeah, I think so.
Huh?
I think so.
No, we all love Sister Act. I get it.
Listen,
I'm with you.
who's better than Whoopi? You tell me.
Nobody.
I can't think of anybody.
I got it. I
Whoopee.
understand.
I feel like you're constructing your list right now. When
Oh,
you told
yes,
us
yes,
that's,
yes, definitely.
You
that's
motherfucker.
his
That's
MO.
my thing.
to
man.
come here prepared,
No,
and
no.
you stressed it.
That's my thing. That's my thing.
He
Because
wants you to come here
To be
prepared
unprepared.
so that you can
That's
talk,
the thing.
so that he can prepare.
I feel like
Well-
the first episode he said we're gonna do 90s, and then he was the only one not prepared. So now he made it a thing, so he never has to come prepared.
Obviously.
yeah, no, whatever the first episode was, but I've always been that guy because I'm just making the determination right now. I don't need all day to prepare, and plus I got shit to do. Hello, wife.
Hello.
That's my wife, Mario. Mario is
Hey,
my
nice
wife,
to meet
Vanessa.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Hi, wife.
Hi, husband. Hi, husband.
Hi.
Okay.
Cacti.
Hi.
What's up, Misery?
Ah,
Yeah.
yes. So, pardon the interruption.
Very
yeah,
loose. I like this. Very loose.
yeah, man.
Very loose.
I know when you're very.
I lock the door when I do it. I don't want to fucking anyone in the house.
Yeah, yeah.
I call people around the neighborhood. Don't knock on the door.
Shut your dog up. He's
Yeah.
fucking barking.
He has that light that says recording. Like to tell people like
Yeah.
On the light pole?
outside of the house. He has it outside of the house.
yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
record, and then everybody, the neighbors are like, "Shh, Mario's recording."
No Amazon Prime. None of that shit when I'm recording.
Amazon trucks, no, don't fucking even come near this neighborhood.
I don't want
Just-
it.
Just open the door, leave the box in there.
Yeah. Don't
Close it
fuck
again.
with me when I'm doing my thing.
Take it sandwichito that he left on the.
Yeah, and if
Oh,
I'm
the
and,
scoop
and
for
if
you.
I'm
Sandwichy.
and if I'm making a list for the show that day, I prepare that 2 days in advance.
Wow.
Yeah,
Real deal.
Neri, how we doing over there with that list?
I'm done with my list.
No, it's all fine.
I only got 10, so by the time it comes down to me,
Okay.
we pick and choose.
Let's do it. I'm excited. No, I'm excited to hear your list.
So
I'm excited.
that's it.
How did you make yours?
No, I
He
Literally
fucking
10
scrolled through his
seconds.
phone
It's not about-
disrespectfully in
but
front of us.
But it's not about when I made the list. It's about how I decided to make my list.
How did you do it in your head?
I decided to go with movies that I have watched that has stood the test of time.
Okay.
So if I love that movie in '95 or whatever, whenever I watched it as a kid, because at '92 I was 11 years old or whatever. So if I'm watching that movie as an 11-year-old and 12-year-old, I may have loved it, but if I haven't seen that movie in 20 years, chances are, I mean.
How much did you love it?
Yeah, how much did I actually love it? So that's what I'm going by now. I'm like, that was a good one. That was a good one. There's a couple of Oscar nominations, Oscar winners in that year. Obviously, every year has Oscar winners, but
how that works.
there's a couple of people. There's a couple of movies that I've seen that were Oscar winners, but I haven't seen them in 20 years. So I'm just like, and again. If this is anybody's pick, don't say anything. But Son of a Woman, phenomenal movie, fantastic movie. I haven't seen that movie in 20 years.
Yeah.
It was Al Pacino's first Oscar win. Great. It was fantastic. I think he did a great job. I haven't seen it in 20 years. So really, is that going to make my mountain because he won an Oscar? No, that's not going to make my mountain. So
I think I saw that one.
it's fantastic.
I've heard
I mean,
a lot about
if
it.
you've never seen it, I would definitely. He plays a blind guy. A Marine,
I know the premise of
the
it.
whole thing. Yeah.
But I
The
never watched
only
it.
thing I know about Son of a Woman
Hoo-ah.
is yep.
Is that when he does the
Thanks to
famous
Elaine.
thing?
That's his famous thing. Hoo-ah.
Thanks to Elaine,
Because he was
yeah.
a Marine. He was like, hoo-ah, and he lost his sight with a,
So much
And Chris-
hoo-ah.
Chris O'Donnell is in that movie too.
Oh.
Robin.
Yeah.
Pre-Batman Forever.
Oh, what happened to that guy? That guy was like,
He's in NCIU, bro.
Yeah,
He's
with the LL Cool J's.
with the LL Cool
With
J.
the LL Cool J.
Yeah, is that NCIS? Which show is that?
can we just say something? LL Cool J Vampire?
Yeah, he's black.
Yeah.
We get it.
Yeah, what-
That's
Yeah,
black don't crack, man.
Okay. Oh, yeah, Pharrell?
Yeah,
Well, no, Black, I don't know. 'Cause
Beyonce was
Morgan Fre-
1928. She was born in
Morgan-
1928. Beyonce was born in 1928. That's how old.
But Morgan Freeman's been old like since he started.
Exactly.
So I don't get it.
He get Driving Miss Daisy was one of his first big roles, and
Is he in his 50s?
bro, he was in his 60s in
No
Driving
way,
Miss Daisy.
dude.
Guys,
How
the
fucking
problem-
old is
he
Morgan
got a
Freeman?
bit older.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
Yeah, vampires
yeah,
don't.
when you got made, when you
don't
get made a
age.
vampire,
Yeah.
you get turned. It depends how old you were at that time.
Look at Greg Oden.
Yeah. God damn, that guy was 1,000. That guy looks he was 1,000 when he was 20. He looked 1,000. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Greg Oden. Oh my God. All right, so Morgan Freeman. He walked through 1,000.
Anybody got a good Morgan Freeman?
I got none.
You got something? You do impressions?
Hell no. I wish I did, man. I
Me
wish
too,
I did. I wish I did accents. I can't even do a Hispanic accent. I tell the
You
story
do
all
it
the
right
time.
now.
It sounds great, Neri.
I read.
Do an English accent.
I
Do
went
it.
for an audition for the show on the Netflix show that Kyle Chandler was on. I forget the name of it, but it ran for 4 seasons. It was really well received critically. I went for before it ever aired, before it ever recorded. I went for audition for season 1, and I played a Hispanic on a boat, like it was a balsero, and the way they wrote the lines was like stereotypical, like it with the accent.
It was written phonetically.
Yeah, it was written phonetically.
Where are we going?
Pero, and then the boat flip, and all this shit. I'm like, all right. So then I had to call my friend at that time to, like, he literally left a voicemail because I sent him the script, and he literally sent me a voicemail with the accent, with the thick Cuban balsero accent, and I'm like, and then I had to, and I mimicked that during the audition. I mean, I got a call back, but I didn't get the part. But my point is, I couldn't do that on my own. I had to get my friend to fucking do a phonetic. I wish I could do accents.
Can you do accents?
The Cuban guy, I bet you he could do that.
I could do a Cuban corner guy ordering coffee or something. But yeah, I'm not that great with
You could do a
accents
Cuban
either.
doctor.
I could do one of those. Yeah,
That's where he's from.
But that's it, yeah. It's like, has this guy diagnosed me before?
There we go.
Yeah.
Best proctologist I've ever been to.
I know the fact that, unbeknownst to us, and
was
his
waiting.
mind, the
He's
whole
like,
fucking time, he's like, "Bro,
do
I
I
know this motherfucker."
Do I know this guy?
The whole time, he's like, "Man, it's fucking bothering
Yeah,
me. Do I
buddy.
know him? Does
That
he know
video was
D? Does he
brilliant.
Thank you, bro.
Fuck.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I mean,
What the fuck is going on?
that's like that. Those are kind of like. I don't know. I'm not that great with accents. That because I've heard that shit. We've all heard that.
Well, it's in your
accents
blood.
That's
in
why
our
we can do it.
our
I've heard it
lives.
a million times. I can't do it without somebody. Like, you have to do it right now for me to. I'm a good parrot. Even with like French, people speak French to me, and I could repeat what they're saying at that moment. I don't know what I'm saying. And I
Yeah,
won't be able to repeat it in half an hour.
Registering it,
Yeah.
and then later on in an audition, just pulling it up is hard for me too.
I can't do that.
I've been told I'm okay at accents.
By who? No, I'm just saying. Who tells you?
This Cuban guy on a boat.
My mom.
My mom says I'm good at everything. So.
Yeah. You gotta see who's telling you these things.
No, just friends, coworkers.
Do you got anything?
Countryman.
I think I do an okay Russian accent.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you do. I've seen you do
Okay, whip it out.
the Rocky and Bullwinkle.
You don't want him to whip it out.
Whip it out. Whip it out.
Boris and
Yeah.
In Soviet Russia, bottled water not free. You have to stand in line 5 hours. After 5 hours, they give you water. Water not fresh. You drink water, die of dysentery. I see this game on Apple II computer. We just get in Russia this year. Oregon's Trails. Oregon's Trails. Same thing. You drink waters, dies of dysenteries. Oregon Trail
That's good.
is not game from capitalist pig dog. Game actually from communist Russia. All praise be to Lenin.
That was so fucking good. I thought you just colluded something. God damn. That was good.
Thank
good
you.
for you.
All right.
Good for you. That's very good.
Chris, let's start off. Number 4.
Let me open my list.
We go counterclockwise, bro.
Yeah, I got it.
Or clockwise. I don't know what this is.
It's clockwise.
It's clockwise.
This is clockwise.
When I dissed it, I go counterclockwise, and I was like, no, there.
It is, counterclockwise.
My number 4 has probably my favorite back and forth of your mama jokes and insults that I've heard in a while.
Right.
And it's White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah. That made
I
my
used
top
to-
10.
That's a good one.
This is one I haven't seen in a long time.
Same.
There were 2 movies that growing up around that, like young teenage, 12, 14, that we would quote religiously. And it was White Man Can't Jump and Major League.
Yes.
That's another great one.
And
Major
we
League was a good
would
one.
just play this on, we'd get the VHS, put it in the VCR, play that shit over and over again. I mean, you have the... excuse me. When they're, he's going back and forth with Billy D was his name, I think, in the...
Billy Hoyle.
Billy Hoyle, that's what it was. And they're going back and he's insulting him and they're shooting baskets and it was such a cool back and forth that they had with each other and how he makes him look like crap in the beginning. And it was such you're nothing, you look like a dork, there's no way you can step up with us, and he destroys him. And how it goes back and forth, but it's just one of those where it was such a fun movie to watch. It was hilarious. You have a young Dwayne, what was his name?
Dwayne Clufus Wayne.
From Different Strokes.
From Different Strokes.
Was
Which one?
it was Wesley
Who?
Snipes?
was Wesley
was the main
Snipes,
guy.
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson was a white guy, obviously.
Uh huh.
And then it was Dwayne from A Different World
Oh, the brother.
with the flip ups, and he was like the hype man for Wesley
Yes.
Snipes. It was-
Yes.
That's how long- that's how long it's-
We going, sis.
That's how long it's been since I've
Yeah, he's
watched
like,
that
"Your
movie,
mom
dude.
was an
That was
astronaut."
fantastic.
But
Jesus.
They had this during the NBA finals, not during NBA finals, NBA conference finals for Golden State. They were doing commentary, and Steph Curry did like a full court, like it literally a hook shot. He just
Right.
threw it, and it almost went in, like it rimmed out, like it almost went in. And there was one of the announcers like, "See, I don't like that. He's just tossing balls up here like he's Billy Hoyle and blah blah." And then the other two people, there was a girl actually. It was what's her name, the Spurs fan. I forget her name. Everybody hated her, and it was on ESPN. And then the two guys were like, "I don't know who that is," including
Damn.
what's his name from that used to be in Boston, this Saping that nobody in Miami likes.
Pierce.
Paul Pierce. He goes, "I don't know who that is," and I was like, "What?
Wow.
The fuck out of here, bro!" I'm like, that's why you're not long in the league.
He's older than us.
Yeah, he not only is he older than us, but he's a basketball player. Like that's every basketball. There was one basketball movie when we were fucking growing up, and there was that one, and then there was two, and there was that one and Above the Rim, and Above the Rim wasn't even that fucking good.
And then came Space Jam. Well, Space Jam is around that era.
It's around that era.
Space Jam's not good.
96.
Space Jam, like,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
No,
that's
it was
one.
like '98.
Which is the one with Jesus Shuttleworth. What year was that?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
Passion of the Christ.
That-
I don't remember. I don't know who that is.
no,
It was Ray Allen played Jesus Shuttleworth.
Yeah.
And
Ray
Tupac
Allen?
was it? Yeah, Ray Allen.
Oh,
exactly.
Juice? No.
no.
Poetic
fuck.
Justice.
Wow,
I'm just
why
going
is
down
it
the
blanking
Tupac
right
movies. What's another Tupac?
It wasn't Above the Rim. It was.
No, why am I? Denzel was in it.
Yeah.
God damn, why am I?
Denzel and Tupac?
No, not Tupac.
No, Tupac wasn't in it.
I thought he just said Tupac.
Yeah, I said Tupac.
No.
I confused it with.
That's racist.
Yeah, that was pretty racist. I confused him with Biggie.
Todos se parecen. No, you can't say that.
Yeah. Anyways, so I get what you're saying, but I love this movie. He Got Game.
That's what it was.
That's
he
what
got
He
game.
Got Game. All right.
It was
Got
a
Game.
Spike Lee movie.
Yeah.
He got game,
Yeah. He plays Jesus Shuttleworth. That's why when they did the nickname jerseys for the Heat, when he was playing with us, that was Shuttleworth.
There's another good '90s basketball. The Juana. What is it? Juana. Fuck. What was it, dude? I think it was David.
LeBron James.
No, man. Fuck. What was it? It was like I think a comedy.
Man?
Joanna Man.
Yeah.
Jesus, Joanna Man.
That was early 90s?
That was '90s, man, for sure.
Oh, I don't know. It was awful.
Oh, of course it was.
That was yeah, it sucked. But that was another fucking basketball movie.
Is that what you consider that?
I think so.
Is that what your first
Are we doing-
default is? Are you categorizing movies for Apple?
Are we doing Are we doing our best basketball '90s movie?
Yeah, this is all right.
Yeah, that was a good basketball movie.
So that was my 4.
That's number 4.
This is going to be long.
So number 4 is White Man Can't
White
Jump.
Man Can't Jump.
Okay.
All right.
Dave?
So I went back and forth between my number 4 and my number 5. I mentioned that ideally I would love to have 5 for this mountain.
Yeah, put them both in there. Fuck it.
Well, is there a DVD that has both of them in it? Remember somebody trying to pull that fucking move? Yeah, we did a mountain about video games, and then they try to include They try to include a cartridge that had 4 games in the same cartridge, and I'm like, no,
Stab him.
Yeah.
Stab him.
yeah, no,
You
we
can't-
did. They're no longer here.
Yeah. Fuck that guy. Or woman. I
No
don't.
longer allowed.
Women, get out of here. What's wrong with you?
In this sanctuary. No vaginas.
Did you see how my wife didn't even? She just opened the door. And she's like, oh, yeah,
Hello.
She
keep
just
everything
opened the
in
door and then left. And I can't go in there.
Keep all the packages
my number 4 is Batman Returns.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Batman Returns was a movie that I saw a lot as a kid. And the original Batman comes out in '89.
Right.
I'm only 2 years old when that comes out. But at 2, I had my very first Batman party. I was obsessed with Batman at 2 years old. And then when this one came out, again, I had another Batman birthday party. And so I probably watched
We got it.
Batman,
Your parents had money.
And
For real.
Yeah, Batman came too. Fucking rich bitch over here.
No, legit.
Oh, yeah, they do.
He had that shirt from when he bought the 64, Nintendo 64.
No.
Yeah.
Legit?
Yeah.
I got the 64 when like PlayStation and all that shit was coming out.
Yeah.
I was way behind.
PlayStation 3, I was like, oh my god, you hear Nintendo 64 just came out.
Yeah, that was me. That was
Or
me.
you gotta come over and play Banjo Kazooie.
I was a shit Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Oh,
Forget
fuck
about
yes.
it. Forget
That was
about
a fun
it.
game.
So Batman Returns.
So Batman Returns. I would watch Batman and Batman Returns as a double feature, and
Real quick, Batman Returns. Who's that?
that's the one
Danny
with
DeVito.
DeVito.
with
Michelle-
Danny
Penguin.
DeVito,
Got it.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Got it.
So
Horrible movie.
as far as like production values go, I think that this is a better movie, like
Then what?
than the original.
Oh.
Than the first one. Now I don't prefer it to the original. When it comes time to sit down and watch one of those early Batman movies, I'm probably gonna watch that first one. But everything about like how big these sets were, how like incredibly amazing the makeup and the action sequences were, it was bigger and better than the first one in that respect. And it was so much darker too, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Than that first one. And you really get to see a lot of that sort of pain and suffering that Bruce has with his parents, because then it's also mirrored with the Penguin going through the same thing and trying to discover his parents, and you know the whole idea of that he is, you know, Gotham's lost son and all this. And then at the same time you've got the second villain. I think this is the first superhero movie to do the double villain thing.
With Catwoman.
Oh wait, no, because Superman 2 did it.
I was gonna say
With Lex
Superman-
Luthor and Zod.
and Zod.
Yeah.
Well, Zod was already 3 in 1. Zod
Yeah.
had his generals.
Yeah.
Oh, this is when sexy Halle Berry was is it Halle Berry? No, it was
No, that
Michelle
that
Pfeiffer.
movie was
Michelle
garbage.
Pfeiffer.
It was Michelle
Michelle
Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer.
Yeah. And then
Excuse me.
You've got the Michelle Pfeiffer thing. Oh, Mantino, you got 3 villains really, because Max Zorn. What's this guy?
Christopher Walken.
Fucking Christopher Walken, who's
He's awesome.
incredible in this
Christopher
movie.
Walken.
Fucking diabolical in this movie.
Here's the problem that I have with this movie. I love this movie,
Mm-hmm.
right? The problem that I have is that I'm friends with comedians and they're assholes. Because one of my good friends, John Wynn, which is super fucking hilarious. I was raving
Not
about
funny. Like,
No, you saw that, right? You saw the
Got
difference.
this. No, he's an actual headliner. Super funny. He has. I was talking to him
He's
one
not on
day.
cruises?
He was no, like real.
He does
he's,
real
he's
shows,
in LA.
yeah, yeah.
Real shows. He's in LA.
Yeah.
He does shows for no money. That's how you know you're big,
Of
when you do
course.
shows for no money.
He's not local.
Yeah, of course. So he, I was talking to him about this movie, and I was professing my love for this movie, and he goes, "Yeah, the penguins bother me," and I go, "Boy, the penguin was great." He goes, "No, the penguins bother me." I mean, what are you talking about? And then he went into how stupid it fucking looked that the little penguins had rockets, right? And I was like, "But that's fucking cool. What are you talking about?" He goes, "You're telling me that a fucking supervillain is literally arming penguins, and you gotta sit there." So he goes, "All I think about is the fucking penguin or his henchman going like, oh, hey, we gotta fucking get this little vest on," and then just him miming the putting of rockets, little tiny rockets on penguins, and I go, "God damn it!" Now that's all I
That
think about.
ruined it for you?
That's all I think about now. I just see the cheesiness. Now I just see the fucking cheesiness of it.
The
I'm
whole
just like,
fucking movie.
and then the fact that he's on a big
there is some campiness
and the
to it.
fact that he's on a big giant rubber duck. I'm like, come on, man. What the fuck are you doing with the rubber duck? I don't understand that.
I do like that the movie embraced some of the campiness of that 60s
See,
TV
when I was
show.
a kid, I didn't know what campy was, so I was like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I like part 1 because part 1 still doesn't have that. Yes, the Joker shoots down the bat plane with the Batwing with a giant pistol.
It was an elephant gun.
It also said bang at the end of it, so I don't. What the fuck are we? I mean, oh, it's real. It's real. That could really happen. So then I'm just like, oh, okay. So that's one thing. But the rubber ducky and the little thing. Now again, it's like the episode from How I Met Your Mother, where somebody shatters the fucking image that you have, and you can never see it the same. That's how it is with me now. I told you I told you my friends are assholes. I just preface that with like my friends are comedians. And
I mean, there's.
But I love that. I love the Catwoman angle to that movie.
Oh man,
I love.
She is Catwoman.
She is Catwoman. Yeah, she will always be Catwoman.
Yep.
Anne Hathaway, I thought did worse than Halle Berry. To be honest with you,
Oh no, I didn't think that. And
Halle Berry was in a worse.
Fan of
Halle Berry was in a
Dark
worse.
Knight Rises.
Halle Berry was in a worse movie. I'm talking about her portrayal of Catwoman. She didn't seem like a Catwoman. Anne Hathaway, to me, didn't seem like a Catwoman. She seemed like a girl who knew how to do a cartwheel and put on a mask.
I bought it. I bought it.
You know.
I mean, she's definitely.
I haven't seen any of these fucking movies.
You haven't seen Dark Knight Returns?
The
one with Christian Bale?
Dark Knight Rises.
Rises with fucking Bane?
Not the full thing, no.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
It's all right, man. You get laid. We get it. We understand. You
I mean,
rub it in our
I'll
faces.
come to your next Batman birthday party if you want me to. I'll be there.
Oh, you fucked up, man.
And I can't go.
That's challenge
Come
accepted.
on,
He's already
That-
made.
He's already
that
planning.
invitation is
He's
in
already
the
planning.
mail.
That Evite is sent, homie.
No, I like it enough, but you guys went so in depth to this shit that I'm like, I can't throw it. Yeah, but the costumes, they got fucking.
Yeah.
John went out
Well,
here.
the
That's how I get. That's how I get about music. Like when they talk about real music, like when they talk about rock music, I go, okay,
You
classic.
dissect the
I'm
fucking.
like, I don't know what the fuck classic music is. I'm like,
Oh, when you guys get into
Yeah,
it, you
they-
fucking have no idea.
nothing.
Yeah,
That's how he gets when we talk about sports.
Yeah.
We talk
Yeah,
about sports.
is not my thing.
Yeah, he's
That's
like,
also not my thing.
Yeah, no, you don't have a thing.
I don't really have. I just fucking exist. I just wear jean jackets.
I go, what are you passionate about? He's like, bro, I talk about jean jackets.
Yeah, so he got all fucking introvert and shit. What makes you happy? I was like, what?
Yeah, that's the easiest way to ask somebody, like, what are you into? Like, hey, what do you geek out about? Like,
Thought we're gonna have a podcast that fucking hit on me and shit. I'm a fucking messenger.
Well, why can't we do both? I don't understand what the fuck the issue
Hey, we
is.
agreed to be here.
Because I'm not passionate about that either.
So Batman Returns.
Yeah, there you go.
I love it, man. I think it's a great movie. That's it. Just ruined that glass shattering thing.
Yeah.
Mario,
I'm sorry,
Yes, sir.
what's your number four?
Before we
I know. I feel bad.
Number 4 for
I used
me.
to like the rubber ducky thing, and now I just can't.
Okay, what's the rubber ducky? He carries a rubber ducky with
Oh,
him?
he comes out on a
He wasn't
giant rubber
in the
ducky.
bathtub.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Oh, my God.
yeah.
That whole movie's a fucking piece of cheese, though, dude.
Yes, but when you're a kid and you're 10 years old or you're 12
Yes.
years old, that movie's like the gospel. You're like,
But-
this is fucking Batman.
But I thought you made your order where, like, it's like now you could see it and it kind of holds some.
That wasn't his pick.
That wasn't my pick.
It was
That
his
was-
pick.
Oh, it was you.
Yeah,
you
my
still could watch that movie.
I
and,
love that movie.
Okay, never mind.
That's
Disregard.
his next birthday.
That's just right. You're just right. You're right.
32 is going to be the year of the bat. Again.
Did you
Third
like
time's the charm.
Did you
Have an
like
Evite.
since I assume Batman's your shit, right? Since a little lad.
One of them, yeah.
Did you
But who was your first?
He was my probably my first obsession, even before
First
like
love,
Star
superhero.
Wars and comic books and yeah.
did you like Christian Bale's approach with fucking
no.
emphysema?
No, we hate it.
Yeah.
Not a good thing.
No.
Not a good look. Okay.
I like the first two movies in that series a lot. The first one more than the second one.
Yeah.
But as far as him, I don't like him as Batman.
Did you like the way Bane did that fucking
No.
weird shit?
No.
I know. Why did they pick who's fucking like what?
How they picked Tom Hardy for
Nolan.
that role is...
I don't think Tom Hardy
I love
is
Tom Hardy.
bad for that role.
Oh, I think he's bad for that role.
Yeah,
I just think he took a bad
if you ever
approach.
if you ever open a comic
big
book where Bane
fucking
is
guy.
supposed to be, he's
Well, yeah, I remember that. I remember the little action figure. Actually, remember that like at McDonald's when the movie came out.
yeah.
I remember the action figure, but
But
yeah,
Bane is supposed to be big enough to pick up a human being and break him.
Yeah.
does he not look like that in my? I know he's a big
No.
fucking dude, but he's
Yeah,
not tall.
short.
He's short.
He
I
actually
will
looked,
fuck. Give me a ladder. What was that weird fucking voice? I don't like it.
They should have got
Why is he
they should have got a Bautista. yeah.
That was
what
his
do you
approach.
give me?
All right, so
Yeah.
your pick,
Okay.
Mario.
Number 4 for me, gentlemen, will be Encino Man. Encino
Oh, wow.
Man.
Honorable
Encino Man. Why? I think it still holds weight. For some reason, I
You
don't
think
know.
it holds weight?
For me,
Okay.
I could still watch this
Yeah.
movie and kind of giggle a little bit because I don't know. Pauly Shore's always done
That's
that.
what we want for comedies, right?
Pauly,
Giggle a little.
right? I mean, it's like
Can you fucking chuckle, motherfucker? Oh, good.
yeah.
Thanks.
Number 4,
It killed.
Pauly Shore. I mean, I don't know. It was that era.
I like Pauly Shore.
He made me laugh in that,
Because you haven't
movie.
met him.
And
Oh, wow.
it was
Shade.
was he on the cruise? So and
He owned it.
and what's this guy Brendan, which hasn't
Fraser.
aged well, fucking all. But I think it was a good movie. It was an interesting subject. Not if it's on, I'll watch it, but I won't fucking go and look for it. You know what I'm
Yeah, but
saying?
you don't go look for anything except jean jackets. You go look for that.
fashion nary, I think is the word you're looking for. And I got plenty of that. I look for that.
Right.
I like a denim jacket for whatever it's
You like I
Yeah.
fucking like this guy. You're over here.
He also wears
be-
fedoras, like non-ironical.
that he's wearing a Nintendo 64 shirt. Well, fedoras, fuck. But I like the Batman birthday party thing.
But
I like
real
your
fedora
shirt.
is not that shit that they sell at Target.
Like you have a feather in your
That's
shit.
even worse. Yeah, no, he's being he's being legit,
Yeah.
Like
and he
for
does it
real.
unironic. Like he walks around Disney with a fedora.
The money he spent in the Batman party,
Yeah.
use that for fedoras now.
Fedora. And then when times get rough, he drops a fedora and he fucking does a little number.
yeah. Sit there with my acoustic guitar.
I like that. That's what I imagine if you're wearing a fedora, you got to know how to play the acoustic fucking guitar.
Or a whip.
Play the blues.
Or what?
Or a whip, like fucking Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
could do both those things.
But you got the little bitch fedoras? Like,
No.
but you got the
That's what I'm
full
saying.
fucking-
Full like 1930s
Yeah, the
gangsters fedoras.
I like that though.
You rock that with a jean jacket, or is there a because that's
Hey, wear that
what,
with a suit like a gentleman.
well,
right?
that's what throws me off though. Is
Precisely.
What do you have to wear the whole outfit?
You said precisely
You know-
like you're wearing the fedora right now. You said precisely, and then you fucking
You know what? I usually do it.
on the fedora.
I
on his
usually
head.
do it like more casual.
Yeah.
With like a t-shirt that's not silk screened. It's like a plain t-shirt.
Okay.
And some jeans.
No
Some
scarf or nothing.
Well, I'm.
You're also in Miami.
He's like, let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy. I stop at the fedora.
I don't wear an ascot, sir.
You wear boots
I do
Hello,
like
lead
boots.
pipe.
I do like boots.
with the fedora.
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
Yeah,
asking. I don't know how to rock a fedora.
I think if you're wearing a fedora, you can't really rock like some bitch ass shoes. You know,
No.
you need some gentleman boots on.
Yes.
Some nice slacks.
Slacks. All right, Encino Man. Encino Man. That's your pick. Is Encino
That's
Man?
4, dude.
Yeah, no,
That's my 4.
I
That's
get it.
okay.
Hey,
That's
man.
respectable.
You can only go up from there.
Yeah.
can't go down. I'll tell you that.
Wait until
I'll
you
tell
get
you
to my
what. We still
honorable
use
mentions.
what was it? They used to call it the tits.
What?
What?
In that movie, he calls him something gazongas or
Chichi.
no, he calls them bazongas, but
Bazungas?
I forgot.
Yeah,
what
yeah, I
the
know.
fuck
I think it's
Yeah,
bazookas.
we used that till the other day,
Yeah, yeah.
like me and my friends.
Yeah.
What was the other one that they did? Oh, and then when he does the fucking main villain, the blonde kid, and he goes, "George."
Yeah, I don't remember the movie
No,
that
you
much,
didn't
bro.
Oh wow.
That's his pick. He would remember it.
I like that.
Yeah, right? That's
By the way,
classic.
you guys are obviously listening, not watching, because I mean the budget's low. Fedora man, just showing me a bunch of
David.
respectable pictures of him in a fedora. I like that.
Have you shown him the naked
That's
picture? Have you
fancy.
seen him? Have you seen him the picture of you naked with a fedora? The black and white one, the artistic as fuck one.
If you could rock it, let me see it.
I don't still have those. I wonder if.
Oh,
Let me see that one.
I'll send
Do
it
you,
to you.
oh, okay.
Let me see that one, David.
There's naked fedora pictures
Oh,
of him
yeah,
that you've
black
seen?
and white.
Okay, you can't really call that a fedora. Does that fall under fedora?
Yes, 100% it does.
Okay.
Well, he bought it at Fedora or Us.
It comes in a box.
Well, I was thinking about the little bitch fucking fedoras you got like at Party City.
You know, those are actually called trilbies.
Okay, well that's the name. That's the fucking exact name they should
Yeah.
have. Because I think fedora. I think that's a nice word for something like that. What's the other shit you just said?
Trilby.
That's the little bitch ones.
Yeah.
Then there's a bowler.
Bowler. Oh, Bowler hats are dope. I like
a
bowler
bowler.
hats. I like
Yeah.
them.
That's if you're not a villain in a Dick Tracy fucking
Yeah.
movie, don't wear that shit.
Yeah, I
Don't wear
like a
that
bowler
shit.
hat. Like,
Cool.
yeah.
You look like you would like a bowler hat.
Of course. Why wouldn't I? My number 4 is League of Their Own.
Oh, what a great fucking
Terrible movie. What?
What?
He hates
Women playing baseball.
Oh, that's right.
He hates women. You gotta understand.
Yeah. The whole
You
vagina.
gotta understand. He's moving to Alabama. You gotta understand. After the laws that just passed, he's moving over there.
Got it right, bro. Let me tell you.
But that's sad for real. Yeah, League of Their Own is
Madonna, Rosie O'Donnell, really? I said in your
Tom
movie.
Hanks.
You make fun of my
Tom
fucking
Hanks.
Encino Man.
I'm sorry. Do you have a Tom Hanks in your movie?
Splash. That was my number 3.
That's
Nah,
not.
it didn't come out 92. No, I know. It's like
I
80.
know Splash. I'm a Splash man myself, sir.
Hang on.
You questioned it there for a second.
Yeah, I was like,
no,
no.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, League of Their Own. That movie, I could watch that movie 1,000 times, and I'm sure I have. And it never
I feel like that movie's like 3 hours long, isn't it?
No, it's like 2 hours.
It doesn't feel long.
It doesn't
to me.
feel long. Yeah. But there's Gina Davis.
I feel like you've heard that a few times, David.
Gina Davis is in it, and I love that fucking movie. I gotta be honest with you, I really do. The one thing I would change, and I know why they did it, but I wanted Gina Davis. I wanted that team to win the championship, and they didn't.
But isn't that kind of like loosely based on?
It's yeah, loosely based on history, on real things, these events.
Right. So then, why would they?
But it wasn't.
You want to
the
change
season.
history?
No, but it wasn't a season. No. It was just like there was a league. It's like very loosely based. Like there was a women's league. The name of the league in the movie isn't the actual name of the league in real
Right.
life, and shit like that. And the
But Madonna's old ass was in it.
yeah,
With that gap.
she wasn't old there in that movie.
No, she wasn't.
In '92, she wasn't old.
Nah, she looked good there.
yeah.
She's old now, prancing around with fucking Maluma.
Yeah.
That shit
But
gives me herpes.
she wasn't looking bad. She doesn't look bad now. I mean, considering the fact that she's almost 60.
She looks good.
Yeah.
But I mean, at what point are we gonna
She's
give it up?
over 60?
I think
No, I think she's 60. I think she's 60 because I looked this shit up when she was fucking doing that geriatrics dance up there with Maluma.
What
yeah.
the fuck is a Maluma?
Yeah. These guys don't know what Maluma is. It's a Hispanic Latin pop act.
Okay.
Very popular.
What's a Maluma?
Yeah.
It does sound like some
If it's not a
cancerous
99
like.
Kiss FM, he doesn't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Or
I
Johnny
respect.
Cash and Elvis. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, you could put Maluma in that
Isn't Johnny
category.
Cash on Kiss FM?
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess he qualifies
I
as a
have
country
never
star.
once heard Johnny Cash on Kiss FM.
I've never once heard
Not-
Kiss FM.
Not that I listen to it often.
That's true.
But I would listen to it more often if they played more Johnny Cash.
Well, obviously. Wait, not that he's been on, but he is considered a country artist.
Who? Elvis?
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
Oh, Johnny Cash. Yeah.
She was
I thought
born in
what-
58. How old is she?
That's a lot of math.
61.
You're like, I'm going to go with what the guy
That's
said.
like when the teacher asks you, like, can you solve this problem? And then you wait till someone, like, kind of like the smart kid whispers it to somebody, like, because he's answering it. You go, yeah, no, 61.
Yeah, that's what he said.
We're both
61.
going to agree on 61.
We're both-
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to family feud this bitch.
You know,
and
I thought
we're
about
gonna family
it.
feud this
I
bitch
thought
and go
about
61.
it. He gave me a second opinion on it. So we're doing 61.
So A League of Their Own, man. I love that fucking movie.
That's a great movie.
I think it's funny, it's heartwarming, it's has amazing acting, and it has baseball. So and I love baseball.
Can't
so
go wrong.
League of Their Own.
Okay.
That's
Number 4?
crying
Okay.
in baseball.
Yeah. There's no crying.
Are
in
you
baseball.
crying?
Yeah,
There's
that's a
no
good
crying.
Are you
in baseball.
crying?
Yeah.
That is a good movie.
Good movie.
It was fucking
Good
great.
movie. That's not Encino Man, but it's a good movie.
No, you're right. It's definitely not Encino
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
You are correct in that one, sir.
Yeah, good movie.
All right, so number 3.
Frodo was in that shit.
Frodo?
Yeah.
From fucking...
Wasn't it Sean Austin and
Sean Astin is Samuel Gamgee. Or Samwise Gamgee.
Wow, you guys really get into
Jesus
this.
Christ, you went full nerd.
Full nerd, you use Lord of the Rings, the most like mainstream nerd shit there is.
Right.
And I don't like the fact that you said you went full nerd, as if he ever had not been full nerd.
All right, sorry. No.
He's been full nerd all his life, sir.
Yeah,
I don't know if he told you,
apologize.
Batman, second year birthday
If
party.
if Lord of the Rings is full nerd, brother, you got another thing coming.
That is full nerd, though.
That is the best. Hold on. That is the
So
best.
many nerdier things that I have said on this podcast.
No, hold on. That is the best. Brother, you got another thing coming. When you follow up, if Lord of the Rings is full nerd, brother, you got another thing coming. I feel like should have ripped your Nintendo 64 shirt off when you said that.
Hulk Hogan.
You got another thing coming, brother. No nerd shit here, brother.
Wow, man, fuck, this
Frodo
is awesome.
was, what's his name?
Frodo is,
That guy from Flipper.
yeah.
Flipper. Got it. Sin City.
Yes, and I can't
That guy from
fucking remember his name.
The guy's like
Emil Hirsch.
Elijah
Elijah Wood. Elijah Wood, that's it.
Emil
I
Hirsch.
was going to say the guy
Elijah
the maniac.
Wood. Yeah, that's right.
But Elijah
He's a
Wood's
fucking
in
kid.
No,
League of Their Own?
Sean Astin.
Sean Astin is
Is in Encino Man.
yes, but he's not Frodo. He's Samwise Gamgee.
God, what's wrong with you, Chris?
Sorry.
You got another thing coming, brother. That's like saying, "Oh yeah, Indiana Jones. He's Luke Skywalker in Star Wars."
Right?
I can see
Is that the same? I don't think that's the same.
I can see
thing.
that.
I
mix
fucking
up.
hate you.
I can see that mix up.
I
Yeah.
don't think that's the same. I don't think that's the same
It's,
thing.
it's close. It's close.
All right.
I understood it.
All right. Chris?
I take it back.
What are we
Number
doing?
three, please.
Oh, yeah, 3. I take it back. No, I'm
Number
offended.
3.
Number 3 for me is the story about a couple Utes.
Oh,
Table.
yeah.
All right.
I don't know what the fuck just happened. What did you say? What'd you say?
He was saying...
Story about a couple Utes.
My cousin Vinny.
My cousin Vinny. Tabled.
So when you have a pick,
Yeah.
and someone says tabled, that means that they have it higher on their list. So
We'll talk about it later.
You wait to talk about it later.
We're going to put that on the table so that we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
For a later time.
No, you.
Possible.
Yeah,
There we go.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
My number 3 is Army of Darkness.
Okay.
I'm sure I'm the only one that has this on their list.
Yes.
Honorable mention.
Okay. So this is
You need
this
sound
is
effects.
No, it's coming on Thursday.
Messing. Really?
I bought a mixer.
So you don't buy mic holders, but you bought a mixer.
Yeah, because people have fucking hands.
So why did he get one?
Because that mic is very sensitive.
Oh, well, so am I. So buy some fucking mic holders next time.
That's why you got the pink mic.
Yeah.
Why?
And we're also going to get condenser mics with the whole arm thing.
Legit shit, huh?
Fancy.
No.
Damn, dude.
Mixers first. Mixer,
Okay.
and the mixer's legit as fuck.
Perfect.
So, you were saying?
Yeah, Army of Darkness. This is obviously not one that I saw in my youth.
Utes.
In my youth in the early '90s. But this is one that I grew to love, and over the last 10 or 15 years, as you know, I saw Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, and then Army of Darkness. This movie is just absolutely bonkers in all the ways you want it to be. It's
What is it about?
so at the end of Evil Dead,
What's Evil Dead about?
at the end of Evil Dead 2,
A book.
Ash
Another
is sucked into this like time warp,
Ash is the main character.
right?
I know, I get
Okay.
that.
And
Is this a duel? Like you guys take this on the road?
I understand context clues
Yeah.
within context.
he
Telling
ends
the story.
up he ends up in the past in the Dark Ages, and the Necronomicon has been opened and read, and there is a whole army of these Deadites that are going to attack and take over the world. So he has now the knowledge of how to destroy these things because he's fought them in Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. And so he wages war with all these people against the Deadites. The problem is that his hand that was severed from the second movie grows into an evil Ash. Isn't that how it happens?
I don't remember this movie.
It's an honorable mention.
Wait, hold on. Are you going off like you didn't look this up before you went into this?
No.
Jesus Christ.
So
It's off memory, bro.
Like that was like off Wikipedia. Fucking, that was awful. God damn, that was good.
You know when
He
people,
used the correct terminology and everything.
Yeah, like that's why I'm like, dude, are you reading this?
yeah, like if we ever have like a
Holy
geek
shit.
off, like you know,
I'm
how
going
the
for this guy.
You know how the Avengers were like, we have a Hulk or like we have a David.
Yeah. And he brought his fedora. Yeah. Wow, man, that's impressive.
So I'm almost certain, because it has been like 3 or 4 years since I've seen this movie.
Of course.
But I'm almost certain that it's from his severed hand from the first.
I feel like you watched
the
it to
previous
prepare
movie.
for this. Like he saw it like yesterday.
He was watching it in his car.
He's been here since 5, just outside your house. Gotta make sure these Decepticons or whatever the fuck he just said.
Now I don't remember if I saw Army of Darkness or if I saw Evil Dead. I think I saw Evil Dead where he gets the chainsaw hand.
That's Evil Dead 2.
Okay, that's the one that I saw.
Okay.
But from the severed hand.
So it's from that severed hand that Evil Ash grows, and then Evil Ash is the one that raises this Army of Darkness. So,
That's the way it
Good
works.
title.
That's the way it works. You
Yeah.
cut off a limb, you put some water on it, you put let it put it in soil, and an evil
sunlight,
version. Of
Sunlight, sunlight
Yeah.
is very important.
Why wouldn't something
Oxidize
positive
the
come out of
soil.
it?
why wouldn't the same thing? When I get a mango seed and I plant it, an evil mango tree doesn't fucking come up.
Yeah.
I don't, why it's the same mango tree that comes up. It's the same kind of
Yeah,
mango.
that's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, his-
I don't think this movie's real.
Yeah,
His
no.
His hand
Yeah.
had been
You lost
infected
me
in
already
the
with-
previous movie. He had been
Jerking off.
damaged
Yeah.
by another Deadite,
Oh.
and so he cut off the hand
Oh,
because
that's why.
because the hand was trying to get to him.
No, that makes sense now. No,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Context.
So
Context.
I don't know
It's
why.
kind of like zombies, like how you got to cut the limb off
Before the
it
infection.
spreads.
It kind of reminds me of like that Mel Gibson movie where he has the beaver.
Passion of the Christ.
It's the second time we bring up Patrick.
Yeah. That should be a sound effect every time we bring up Passion of Christ. You haven't seen that movie where he has like a beaver puppet? Mel Gibson?
Isn't it called
He has
Beaver puppet?
He fucking like
Bereavement?
what is it?
No, that's not a movie. He hasn't even seen Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah,
it's not a movie that he's seen. Are you out of your fucking mind?
That's just in like the rental stores all the way in the back. Whatever you just said. No. It's Mel Gibson.
That's an Eagle Video. That's an Eagle Video. Eagle Video. You haven't been to Eagle Video?
Evil Video.
Eagle Video.
What?
There's 19. It's on 107th and Flagler.
Oh, it's called The Beaver.
The Beaver.
It's
Yeah.
107th and Flagler, and there's a video store. You go there right now.
That's not a video store.
No, that's
telling you right now.
That's what we say all the
That's
time.
not a
We're
fucking
like,
video.
that's a front.
Yeah.
Like, these people literally beat out Blockbuster Video, Hollywood
Yeah,
Video,
yeah, they're still around.
Netflix,
Yeah. No.
fucking all this shit.
No.
All these,
No.
they
Just bags of heroin
They
in
moved it
each
from-
fucking
in each video case,
Yeah,
each
yeah,
video
yeah.
box.
That's- and, like,
Well, the
I said,
movie
it's a
posters are
drug
from
front.
'92. They still have the Evil
Still
Dead
have like
poster.
fucking a field of dreams. That looks good, honey.
Yeah, and that's what I talk about all the time. Like, it's in front of Sedanos, and it's right next. And
I
I'm
know what
like,
he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. No, but it closed.
Did it?
not. I was still open there
East
last
Hialeah?
year. It was, no, Sweetwater.
Hialeah.
I don't go to fucking Hialeah. What's wrong with you? Out of your mind?
Oh, bad. Fucking classy ass
Sweetwater. Yeah, I'm classy as fuck. I go to
Classy as
Sweetwater.
shit.
Wachete or Sweetwater. That's it, bro.
That's it, man. No, yeah, where like he I don't know. It sounded like where he uses the beaver like to speak
another
for
part of
him.
him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he ends up
You've seen a Mel
cutting his-
Gibson
It's called
movie
a
called The
puppet.
Beaver, but you haven't seen Dark Knight Rises.
I've seen a bit of it.
That's amazing to me.
He knows enough to know the Bane voice.
That's true.
Or does he?
No, I don't really.
So,
Yeah, sir.
Yoda threw up.
I don't. Yoda wasn't he in Batman? I don't know. I
Oh
haven't
my
seen it.
god, was that Fonz? Was that Fonzie from fucking Muppets? Holy shit!
Yes, sir.
Waka waka waka!
Come here,
It was
Batman.
Yoda in puberty.
so yeah, I mean, it's a horror movie that isn't really a horror movie. It's got a lot more action. It just happens to have like this horror backdrop. There's also a bit of time travel involved, and there's a lot of humor. The second Evil Dead movie kind of leans into this sort of slapstick humor realm that the first one didn't really go into at all, and this one really leans into it. It's very, very funny. I think of it primarily as a comedy, but there's a whole lot of action and a whole lot of zombie deadite blood and gore and shit, and it's fucking awesome. I love this. Is a movie that I love to rewatch.
All right, Army of Darkness.
Audio? It sucks.
How do you follow that?
Yeah, how the fuck this guy just read the whole synopsis?
Whatever movie he's gonna say, he's gonna be like, "I saw it when I was a kid and I liked it." That was it.
Which is completely the opposite of what he said.
Yeah.
Wait,
the beginning.
no. I'm saying what I said was I could rewatch these movies and still hold the weight. Home Alone 2.
Okay.
That's good.
Home Alone
I love
2
Home Alone 2.
for my number 3 because who doesn't like fucking Macaulay Culkin, bro?
A lot of
Culkin.
people.
What am- Mike,
think
I'll tell you who loved him. Michael fucking. All right, so suppose we didn't even touch his dick.
Yeah. Kind of shitty. Kind of shit
Yeah,
is
what
that?
kind of fucking?
Kind of shit is that?
That's not.
I'm not good enough for you, Mike.
That
Yeah, yeah.
Not good enough for you, Mike.
I think honestly, I think it was Home Alone 3 that did it. That got him away. But Home Alone 2, good fucking sequel to Home Alone 1.
Do you think it's better than the original?
I think only one movie really did that, and I think that was Back to the Future. Home Alone 2. I don't think it was better than the original.
So you don't think Godfather 2 is better than Godfather 1? You've
No.
never seen those movies.
No, I haven't seen it.
I knew. The moment I said it, I was like, no, that
That's
movie's
the
3
one-
hours
that's
long.
the
Get out of
one,
here. He's never seen this fucking
That's
movie.
the one mob movie I haven't fucking been able to get through.
Did you say
The Mafia-
Mom?
Mob.
Oh, thank God.
That's
I was
the
like,
one
mom
mom-
movie. I was like, there was a mom in it, I guess, if you want to.
Yeah, every movie with a mom.
It's a mom.
That's the one thing. But going back to this Home Alone 2.
I like the fact that
it's
you're
the
like,
3.
the one mom movie I've never seen is the best mom movie of all time. It's just the one.
That's not true.
Yeah.
The Godfather.
And Godfather
the first
2
one.
and part 2. Yeah.
Is it 2 or 3 that they say is better than?
2, they say, is better than 1. I agree.
Right.
That's my
I
personal
hear that all the time.
But 3 is not. 3 is.
I have yet to watch.
Everybody ignores part 2.
You haven't seen The Godfather
Three's
yet?
a big
I've seen
step
1 and
down
2.
from the first.
You haven't seen 3.
I haven't seen 3.
Yeah.
I hear that all the time. That's the second one's better than the first one.
But well, my problem is that I didn't watch it at that time. Like I saw it.
Well, that's how I
None
feel.
of us did. That was in the 70s. We didn't watch that. We weren't alive.
Right, but you saw it growing up.
No.
Oh, you didn't?
I was a teenager. I was like 18 probably.
I didn't watch it till I was like 30.
Yeah. No, I get it. We're way late, but I didn't see it growing up either. I was 18, 19
I feel like that's why I like Star Wars. I don't see the thing with it because obviously you guys are younger too, but like that whole growing up with it.
I got into Star Wars like 3 years ago.
For real?
Yeah, legit.
I haven't.
I had seen Star Wars before that. I just didn't. I wasn't into
wasn't your thing.
I wasn't.
So then
it wasn't
what
my
got
thing.
you into it?
Is I was re-showing the original trilogy, the original 6 actually, but we started with the original trilogy to my wife before Force Awakens came out. She wanted to. She was like she had never seen it, so I showed her, and then re-seeing it again. I'm like, yeah, no, okay, I get it.
I feel like, and I want to have that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like people did, but I don't know. It just doesn't.
I don't like what's the guy you were just talking about right now? The country guy or whatever the fuck is
Johnny Cash?
Johnny Cash. I don't like Johnny Cash's music. I wish I did. I don't like.
I like Johnny Cash.
I wish I like. I think he was super fucking cool
as a persona.
As a persona, yeah. And I want to be like, oh, I want to like him, but I'm like, I listen to his music and I'm like, I like 2 songs and they're not his.
Have you seen Walk the Line?
Yeah, that and I hate. No, I don't.
You didn't like the movie?
I didn't like his music. I was like, fuck, I wish I liked this song. The songs. I will tell you this: the way that movie did his proposal, the way he proposed to June, that was pimp ass shit right there.
How did he propose? I forgot.
He was on stage and he was like, "Oh, will you marry me?" And then they were playing a duo. They were a duo, and she was like, "Oh, stop playing, whatever."
Oh, yes.
Let's get it going. He goes, "I'm not continuing the show until you say yes."
Yes.
And I was like, "Dale, bro, that's fucking."
You're like,
dumb,
God damn, bro, how do y'all do that?
Yeah, I was like, all right. I mean, whatever.
I want to bring out, bro.
But whatever, that's fine.
I want to bring out June Carter.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was great. All right, so you were talking about Home Alone 2.
No, that's it. I wrapped it. Macaulay Culkin, weird lady with the pigeons. I fuck with it.
So
that
you
is
like
his assessment of Home Alone.
You like the sticky bandits over the wet bandits?
The sticky bandits.
You
I like the wet bandits. It's just so fucking. Was it Joe Pesci?
Joe Pesci.
I mean,
Daniel Stern.
Fuck, that was a good movie. But yeah, two is good. I think it's up there.
All right, Home Alone 2. We get it.
It's a good sequel.
And I like the whole Christmas thing. I like the snow New York thing. I don't know. It's cool. It makes you feel warm.
I love Tim Curry in this movie.
Yes, and then Tim Curry, Trump has a little appearance there too.
That's where I'm out.
Rob Schneider is fantastic.
Rob Schneider. Tip, please. Oh no. He goes. No. He the second time the first time he gives him bubble gum, and then the second time he goes to reach for tips,
have some. Yeah.
And he goes, he goes, no, I still have some, and he goes, but he takes out like a wad of fucking money. He goes, okay, no tips. He closes the door. I was like, fucking classic, dude. Yeah, like little things like that made that movie for me. So Home Alone 2.
Using the
Talk Boy recorder.
The Talkboy recorder.
Jesus, the Talk.
What is it? Not Angels with Dirty Faces.
Hey, my
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Yeah.
Oh, one of my favorite parts also, and it still makes me laugh, is when they come in and in that movie he says, "You slept with my brother too, Clifford," or some shit. And then one of the guys, an old fucking guy's name, and they look at him like, Clifford. He's just standing there like, no, old fucking dude. Like, see, that still makes me laugh. So that's why it's number 3.
All right. My number 3 is Unforgiven.
Table.
All right.
Ping pong.
I have a question about that movie when we get there.
All right. When we get there. What's your number 2, Chris?
Number 2. I think I have this. Number 2 is Reservoir Dogs.
This was that one where I was between 4 and 5.
This is also my number 2.
Okay.
It's Reservoir Dogs.
What a great fucking movie.
I love Tarantino.
Yeah.
I love basically everything.
I hate the fact that I can't spell reservoir.
Yeah.
I fucking hate the fact that I can't. I've spelled it 4 times on this list, and I haven't spelled it. It's
different. You, it's an I.
Reservoir.
Reserve.
Oh, ear.
Look at that. It's fucking guys.
Inglés sin barrera.
And at the fact that he goes, there's no you. I go, really? Like, I was just like, legit. I was like, there's clearly a you in that fucking
you're
movie.
fucking up.
Quit fucking with me, man.
Yeah.
I hear the you. I hear it.
Yeah.
You're fucking up when it autocorrects it in Spanish.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
No,
Resolver, dogs.
I swear to God, bro, I can't. When he goes, there's no you in it, I literally thought he was fucking with me. And I was like, nah.
Yeah, get the fuck out of
Come
here.
on. It's clearly.
I know Tarantino.
Yeah, I know there's a you. I just don't know if it goes before or after the I, but I know there's a fucking you. I'm not crazy.
You fucking silly ass.
No, you motherfucker.
Resolver viewer.
But that, I mean, that it's typical Tarantino. Like the dialogue in there, then you have the action.
It's typical now.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking, then.
Right. Exactly.
But okay, so I can't say typical, but it was what kind of gave him that style that he developed. And sorry, and then he that's why I have the stand, because I forget to talk into the microphone. But he had, the whole dialogue with that, the finding out what's going on, them going back at it, the fact that there's so much action in that movie and so much tension without even seeing the fucking robbery.
Yeah.
You don't see how they get there or what the fuck happened. It's just them talking about it.
Because it's unimportant.
Well, yeah, obviously. Yeah. And they're able to set that tone and that tension, and you feel the whole fucking thing, and you feel like how Pink is torn between him saying, who he is and why he was there, and him fighting with
No, it wasn't Pink.
It wasn't Pink and White.
No,
fighting?
Pink is what's his name?
Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi is not the cop.
Why do I gotta be Pink?
No, I know but he's fighting with Harvey Keitel.
Right. What is he?
Isn't it?
I didn't think it was him. I think it was Harvey Keitel and the other guy that was.
Well, yeah, it's Tim Roth.
Tim Roth is a cop.
Tim Roth is a cop,
right.
And then Harvey Keitel. It's
fighting with the guy from
Michael Madsen.
With Michael Madsen. That's who does. And Michael Madsen starts fucking torturing him.
Yeah, bro, that scene with the ear. Oh my god, that is so beautifully shot.
It's perfect.
Everything was beautifully shot. Here's what I remember the first time watching that movie. And this guy's like, he's a cop, and he fucking went to bat for him. He's not a cop. And then the fucking guy rips the cop's the officer's ear off, and the guy's there, whatever. And when the officer goes, yeah, I recognize you. You're the cop, whatever. In private, I was like, no.
You don't believe it?
No, I don't believe it. And then I was like, I was like, this guy literally went through a whole thing. Like your ears lost because of this fucking guy. Why are you doing this? Like it hurt me. It hurt me that he turned out to be a cop. It hurt me.
Yeah.
So.
But it's what That's what that entire movie does.
The first time watching it, at least for me, I didn't know. That he was the cop.
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
It really was a great
reveal.
It was a great reveal.
Yeah, Reservoir Dogs is fantastic.
Tarantino has this thing where like you have to get in rhythm. Like when I first saw that movie, and I think it was the diner. The intro was the diner of them just fucking talking and talking and talking and talking.
The camera just revolves.
Holy
around the
shit!
table. Yeah.
I was like, when the fuck are they gonna wrap this shit up? But then you understand, like,
are they reading Wikipedia? What the fuck?
Are they summarizing what was the movie you said?
Army of Darkness.
I was like, dude, when the fuck is this gonna? But then there's almost something like. It's the Tarantino thing. It's the dialogue, and you get super wrapped up into the fucking movie. So good shit.
Yeah, I love that fucking movie. I'm gonna go watch it tonight.
Nice. Just you gotta Google how to fucking how the fuck I think there's a you Netflix.
Swear to God, Netflix.
Did he tell me you, bro? Did he tell me you? I think he said you.
It's silent.
All right, so that's Chris and I's number 2.
My number 2 is Unforgiven, so we can talk about this now.
Oh, okay.
So back to my question: is that the one where the hooker gets her face cut?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, you said the one like that's the only. And apparently in westerns, that's a trope. That's like hookers get their faces cut off in westerns. I'm exaggerating a bit, but it's happened a couple times.
I mean, hookers are often mistreated in those westerns.
I mean, you did,
but that's one of the the main things in Unforgiven,
right?
Yeah, he goes back to fight for that chick, right?
Right.
Who's in Unforgiven?
He went to go back for his friend.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the whole reason.
The reason he gets the job, the original job, is for the hooker.
Right.
The hooker hires a hitman, and it happens to be a Clint Eastwood's friend, which is Morgan Freeman.
Right.
Then Morgan Freeman gets killed and put out on display. His dead corpse gets put on display by
The town sheriff, Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman. So Clint Eastwood comes out of retirement to go, oh, you going to do that?
Clint Eastwood's always coming out of retirement.
Yeah.
He's fucking always.
This is 92 when he was coming out of retirement in 92. And we believed it. He was old in 92.
Yeah.
He's fucking...
Morgan Freeman was wow, fucking old Morgan Freeman, dude.
Tell you, he got bit. He got bit when he was old.
Damn, those vampires, bro.
There's this fantastic line at the end of the movie where Clint Eastwood has finally made it to that bar where Hackman and all of his, the friends of the town are, and he walks in there, and some people clear out. He just blows away some other people, and it's just him and Hackman left. And Hackman's on the floor. He's been shot in the knee or something. He can't get up, and he's pointing the gun at Hackman's face. It's a shotgun at his face, and Hackman's all beat up and bloody. And he goes, "I'm a good man. I don't deserve this." And Eastwood looks at him and he goes, "Deserves got nothing to do with it."
Yeah.
And just fucking blows him away. It's
Classic.
Like, it's like you right. I still get goosebumps every time I think about that fucking scene. That's such fucking awesome acting.
He was told
awesome
not to do that movie. You know that?
Really?
When he got the original script, everybody passed on it, and he said, "This movie's god awful. Don't ever do this movie."
There's also a deleted scene right after that where he goes, "You got another thing coming for you, brother."
You got another thing.
coming for you. Then he put on a fedora and he got the fuck out of there. Yeah,
You
yeah.
think decent has got something to do with it? You got another thing
coming for, bro. All right, so wait, I actually got my list here and I'm fucking live. So we're doing number 2.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Number 2 for
Airborne.
me.
Tell the people what you're doing right now. Hold on, real quick.
We're live.
Mario just went live.
Over here at the headquarters of
Geek Bro Network.
The Geek Bro Networks.
Podcast Network.
Hey, all right.
There you go with the boys. Here we're doing top.
Show them the wall. Show them the wall.
Top. There you go.
No, that
There's
one.
near it, right? That's fucking there. And his computer that he uses
That wall.
for.
asshole.
There you go.
And-
Which wall? What the fuck? You got
That
there's
with
4
the-
walls
with
here.
the
podcast on it.
Oh, wait, which logo? Where's the logo?
No,
Oh, there you go.
those-
Geek
those
More.
all of them.
Yeah. See?
Oh, cool. I like that. Okay, so we're doing your top 4 movies of 1992,
Yeah.
and we are on number 2,
Yeah.
Number 2.
Malcolm X.
For real?
Malcolm X.
All right.
I saw it the other day.
No, I'm just surprised because
It's
your first 2
different from the
movies
rest of
were
the month.
Encino Man and Home Alone 2.
Well,
to
there's
go to
only
Malcolm
so many
X.
fucking movies to pick in 1992.
Oh no, I'm just saying. I thought you were gonna go. I don't know. There's sister
Some
act.
other way.
There were sister. I thought you were gonna go the
No.
same way, not a different way. This is
no.
a different way.
No,
This
I-
is very left turn.
No, I got
Your
I got
number 1 is going to be Mighty Ducks, and
Yeah.
I'm going to lose
What
my
the fuck
shit.
is wrong with Mighty Ducks? I gotta redo my list. Malcolm X, good fucking actor.
That's a great movie.
Badass.
Honorable mention.
It's
The-
Denzel, man.
Good shit.
Can't go wrong with
Get your hand out of
Denzel.
my pocket.
I like okay, who exactly are we talking to?
That's
here?
what he says.
I know.
Therefore they should.
I like those those biographical movies based on people. They do it for me.
Is that what that means?
Number 1 is just in case I don't know.
I like those buy movies. I'm like,
He was doing I'm like Autobots.
Autoimmune systems.
auto asphyxiation.
I like those.
Oh, I'm the only one.
Yeah,
I'm the only one.
yeah.
I'm the only one that went that route. All right.
Well, this took a Highlander route. Who's the one that died with that?
I am the last one.
David Carradine.
He was a Highlander, no?
Yeah.
No,
No, you.
David Carradine. No, it was Kill Bill. David Carradine
Kill
was
Bill.
Kill Bill. And a
Close.
whole bunch of other stuff, but I'm not
Kung
going to
Fu.
mention that
Wish
stuff.
I
Yeah,
would.
Kung Fu. Yeah.
No Chino. That was
I wish I had that nerdy synergy right now. But fuck. Malcolm X, good movie. Good fucking movie. Denzel, great in it. Yeah.
I don't think I've seen this since high school.
Malcolm X?
Yeah, I saw it in a history class.
I
in high
forgot where
school.
they had. I think they have it on I think I saw it on Hulu.
That's got used. 2 of them.
What?
It's got used.
You.
Yeah. You
I was like, what?
yeah, Hulu.
I thought you were
Hulu.
doing a fucking like N word. I was like, what?
What?
That's got what?
Yeah, I thought you said used.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, wait.
Yeah.
What is used? I'm confused now.
You don't know what used means when you use somebody?
Oh.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, sorry.
It's usually funnier than this, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap that one up. So that's my 2, Malcolm. Go ahead, sir.
How many people are watching?
Right now, I just went down to 3.
After that joke.
After that used joke.
Best movie of all time, 13 going on 30.
That was 92?
No.
Oh, okay.
Also not the best movie of all time, so... That's what you're fucking questioning? The year of release?
We haven't seen no man.
Second, I didn't.
Encino Man was a good movie.
Going
Fuck
on
off.
30.
We didn't see no man. What was the other one they picked?
Hold on to.
Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
I mean, his list is awesome.
And then Malcolm X.
Malcolm X.
What's wrong with Malcolm X?
It's very different from the rest of your list. I like the fact that you think that Malcolm X is the one that we think is wrong with that list. Out of everything, that's the one that you think is wrong with it? Okay.
That's probably the one we agree
That's
with.
the one we're like, yeah, fuck, all right. We got him. All right.
Legitimate movie.
He's a good one. All right.
Yeah, but fui puso una.
All right. Wait, you don't like Home Alone either?
Nah, I like Home Alone. I
There
like
you
Home
go.
Alone.
You shit talkers.
Yeah. I like both those movies, just not
And
for
see,
a
I
list
just
of best of the movies.
started off with Encino Man. That was my only mistake. Fuck you guys.
All right.
The Commando.
So number 2 is Reservoir Dogs, Unforgiven, Malcolm X, and again Reservoir Dogs. What do you got? Honorable mentions. Before we get to number 1s, we do honorable mentions.
Big build-up. I like that.
All right, so we talked Last of the Mohicans, Wayne's World, Sister Act,
I love Sister Act.
The Mighty Ducks, just because...
You guys shitted on me for maybe getting Sister Act.
Oh, no, Sister Act is a legit
No,
movie,
it's good. That one's fun.
It's a legit movie.
And Three Ninjas.
Three
You know,
Ninjas.
See,
I
that's
like
what I thought your number 2 was going to be.
Three
I thought
Ninjas?
your number 2 was going to be Three Ninjas.
No, go ahead, because I got that Goofy and Encino Man in there.
And Home Alone 2. I thought
was great.
I'm not saying these movies are not good. I'm saying there's a certain
That's the
type
arc.
of movie.
That's the arc that you were
There's
setting
a
up for
certain
us.
type of movie. Do you understand? You go from
That's how well-rounded
family
I am.
comedy, Malcolm X. It's like, whoa,
That's how
this-
diverse.
One of those
My
two is
taste
not
my
like
friend.
the
Yeah,
other.
Yeah, I can see how you would think Three Ninjas is
Yeah, I thought it was
is
going
up
to be
there.
that. I was like, all right, he's going with the Ninjas.
Changing number 1.
And I wasn't judging you for it.
My thing is this: you got to understand the psychology. I have a daughter now,
Right.
so I want to show her movies sometimes that I saw growing up that I thought were funny. So now Encino Man,
Yeah, but this isn't,
Home Alone
this isn't
2?
the Mount Rushmore of movies you want to show your kids.
I know, but these are the movies that I'm rewatching
Oh,
now,
okay.
and
No, I get
Malcolm X, I get it.
You
You
know
showed
what I'm
your daughter Malcolm X, and you're like,
No, that
see?
was for me.
No,
yeah, well, I mean, you
It's
showed a little bit
important
of
to
history.
teach her
Absolutely.
social issues
Right.
at an early age.
Yeah.
Damn, you fucking understand,
We didn't land
buddy.
on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. I get it. I understand.
Oh, great fucking line,
Do you want me to do the Geekmore
Sure.
ones? So Carlos Navarrete, our number 1 fan, put
Well, I mean, Izu, will have something to say about that. Just saying.
You're right. I'm sorry.
We love you, Carlos. I'm just saying, don't be giving.
I felt like you were
just
gonna
don't
be
be
like-
throwing out number 1 fan titles like that.
we
We gotta have a vote or some shit.
We used to throw that out.
I feel like you're gonna be like, our fan,
Yeah,
the fan.
we got 3.
Yeah.
All the 3 that were watching on your live.
the same 3 that jumped on my shit.
They found out about it.
So Carlos Navarrete has
Our
at
number 1 Peruvian fan.
That is true.
That's his.
A Few Good Men. Number 3 is Lethal Weapon 3. Number 2 is Batman Returns. Honorable mention to Home Alone 2, Bram Stoker's Dracula, which I love, Aladdin, and number 1 Reservoir Dogs.
Did he spell it with a U?
No, you spelled it correctly.
2 years.
2 years. Our friend Q from the
Batman.
Talking Geek.
Talking Geek, thank you. Yeah, I had a brain fart. Has Reservoir Dogs, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Aladdin, honorable mentions to A Few Good Men, A League of Their Own, Three Ninjas, Dracula, and then number 1 is Mighty Ducks. And then Jemiah Leonard has at number 4 Reservoir Dogs, 3 Juice, 2 My Cousin Vinny. Honorable mentions are Boomerang, and he says this is why Halle Berry was on my crush list. Deep Cover, Class Act, Patriot Games, Candyman, White Man Can't Jump. That's I think like 16 too many.
Yeah.
For your honorable mentions list, Jemiah.
None of you guys put
and number 1
Candyman?
Lethal Weapon. Good pick.
All right.
Yeah.
He didn't put Malcolm X?
No.
Fucking shocker.
You see, can't be judging all these books. None of you guys got Candyman. I would thought That
You know,
classic
it has
horror
been
type of shit.
so long since I've seen Candyman, I don't even remember it.
I'm not a horror movie
Well,
guy, so-
also, yeah,
But
because we're kids.
I am a horror movie guy, but it has been so incredibly long.
I feel Jeffrey would have had that on his month.
Probably.
Candyman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Jeffrey.
I had on my personal page. I had Jodie Pizark. She said there were so many good movies. Her list is as follows: Singles, A League of Their Own, The Mighty Ducks, Death Becomes Her. Honorable mentions to My Cousin Vinny, Single White Female, Ladybugs.
Death Becomes Her was a weird fucking movie.
I agree. And Boomerang.
I really like
That
Death
shit
Becomes
creeped
Her.
me the fuck out.
I like Death Becomes Her. It's really funny.
I don't think it's really fun.
shit's
But I didn't
creepy.
see it as a kid. I saw that like a year ago, and I was like,
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
If you watched that as a kid, I'm sure it was like, oh my god, this is
Yeah.
so. But now it's fun. It's a fucking weird movie.
yeah.
Is that? I feel
love
like
it.
it's a Tim Burton thing. Is it?
It's Zemeckis.
It's Robert Zemeckis.
Robert Zemeckis?
It definitely has a Zemeckis feel to it.
What the fuck? I would have not thought Zemeckis did that.
Because there's no time travel.
Obviously.
Yeah, there's no DeLorean. Fuck
No
that.
DeLorean.
Yeah.
But what's her name in that movie? The hot chick, that one that
the one?
that turns people, that turns that gives.
Oh, yeah.
both
Isabella
pretty hot, aren't they?
Rossellini.
Yeah, Isabella Rossellini, and her most Isabella Rossellini-ness.
My God.
Bro, watch
Yeah,
that
yeah,
movie
yeah, yeah.
just for that scene.
Yeah, yeah,
when
yeah.
she comes out in that dress where it's completely see-through, and you go,
She's fucking
holy,
10. That
bro,
Yeah.
10. Oh my God.
She's an 11.
That all the way to the
He's
11.
like,
Get up to
all right,
11.
maybe not 10. I'll just fucking crank this thing up a
Round
little.
this bitch up.
I feel about 11.
It's one louder, isn't it?
So yeah, so that's but Ladybugs is so awful.
I haven't seen Ladybugs
I don't even know what movie that is.
since
It's
Ronnie Dangerfield.
Probably
probably
1992.
1992.
Oh, shit.
And
the guy
He-
from
he
Sidekicks.
coaches the soccer team.
Oh,
Which
yes,
Sidekicks came out that
yes.
year too.
Did Sidekicks come out that year?
No.
Came out that year too.
Oh,
I fucked up.
that should have been on your list.
Chuck Norris.
The Chuck Norris movie
No,
with the
Have
kid.
some respect for me here.
No, Sidekicks is way
with-
better than Home Alone 2. I'll
with
tell you
Devin
that.
Sawa?
Yeah, I'll go with, yeah,
What's
we'll
his
do
name?
Was it Devin Sawa?
No, it was the kid from the Sea.
Brandon something.
Stark.
He's from
The King.
the dragon, the dog.
Yeah,
dragon.
Stark.
No man.
No, he's talking about Never Ending Story
Never Ending
too.
Story too.
Oh yeah, it is that kid.
No, what's his
blonde
fuck is his
kid.
name?
He's from Seagate.
Ethan Hawke.
See, Ladybugs. No,
No,
I
it was
I really thought I got it. When you
Jonathan Brandis. Jonathan Brandis.
Close.
He played
Yeah.
Atreyu.
He was a
It
no.
was Atreyu.
Oh, he was a chair.
It was Goru.
No, Jonathan Brandis.
hung himself.
Who later hung himself? Yeah, that's his.
Hanged
Fuck.
himself. He may not necessarily have been hung.
No, but he hanged himself with his cock.
Oh,
That's why he was hung. He hung himself.
I like that. I like
That's
that
how
recovery here. I like
that's
that.
how I'm never wrong. I just make a joke to cover up the fact that I
Yeah.
was
You're like, oh
stupid.
fuck, I'm dumb. God, I'm like, fuck.
I'm totally stupid. When I
Fuck,
make
I
a
didn't
joke
listen in
and
school.
make people forget
That
about this.
reservoir had on you. Come on, quick joke.
That's cover your tracks.
That's every
There's
comic.
a metaphoric me fucking covering up the tracks.
That's the story of our life. If we can make fun of this, somehow they forget we went to Hialeah High.
Yeah. Oh, not that
I
much.
know,
Shit,
respect.
take it out. Yeah, no, Braddock. All right, so
my honorable mention list.
it's way better. What are you talking about? It's not highly.
Man, it's not HMO.
That's true.
So I'm going to throw out the one we talked about.
Psychics.
Yeah. Super Cop, which is a Jackie Chan movie. It's Police Story 3.
Yes.
I fucking love that movie. Great stunts
That's
in
the
that
third
one.
one,
That's
right?
the third one. Yeah, that's why I said Police Story 3.
I thought there were two different movies.
Yeah.
I thought it was Super Cop.
Back to the Future 3. That's the third one.
You know Super Cop, right? Fucking awesome movie.
Yes. Yeah.
Super Cop 3?
The
Third one?
Third one.
The trilogy.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be hilarious? He just mentioned a movie like fucking Lord of the Rings 3. The third one, that's actually the fourth. It's weird. It's a weird thing. It's actually the fourth.
What if you just do that? As a director, you're like, you just never
Hey,
make a
called,
first one.
It's called Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah.
It's
Well,
Star
there you
Wars.
go, yeah.
Episode 4. And they're like, did we miss fucking
Yeah, they're
3 movies?
Like, what the fuck?
How the fuck is the fourth one in theaters?
What is the logic to that? And it was another.
He's an asshole. Yes.
It's just
That's where he
like,
wanted
When
to
it was
start
first released, it was not episode 4. It was just called Star Wars.
No, but didn't it say episode 4 in the crawl?
No.
Really?
No.
I thought it said episode 4 in the
Nope,
crawl.
it said Star Wars, and then the crawl started.
wow.
So
And when Empire Strikes Back came out, it said Star Wars, and then the crawl started.
So what episode
Really?
did they fuck up so bad? They're like, yeah, let's make this one 4. Let's just somehow.
They didn't add those until the mid '90s when they started re-releasing them in the special edition formats that they
They
re-released them
started
in
adding
theaters.
numbers then.
That's when he added the number. Now he did say in an interview back in the '80s when he was doing press junkets for Empire Strikes Back. They asked him, "Is this going to be called Star Wars 2: Empire Strikes Back or whatever?" He says, "If there's a number to be placed in the story, I would call it number 5." He says the one before it is number 4, and there's a story to be.
If so, he didn't even know what the fuck order this was in.
Yeah.
That's what I said, to be an asshole. I said that, right? I was right.
And this
I
is
said
what
to be
people
an
fucking follow
He's-
religiously.
He's a dick.
This is weird.
He's a dick. He's yeah. I'm not a fan of Lucas. Lucas is he's been a dick a lot. He did that whole. He changed it to for Han to not shoot first, and you're like, why?
Stupid.
That's so stupid. Like he
So
just
fucking
changed a bunch of stupid shit. Yeah, and there's audio of him in the '90s talking about people should not be allowed to go back and change movies because that's changing art, and you don't go back to a museum and that's fucking with art. Like there's an audio of him saying this in Congress, and then he goes back and fucking changes his own movies. It's like
all the changes that he made to the original films were done on the original film negatives. So according to him, there's no way that he can release.
There's no copy of that. He did
Right
it on
now,
the actual.
people have found original copies that were sent to movie theaters in really good condition, and those have been restored. And so you can find those online. So I have at home, 4K Blu-ray quality versions of the original series without any of the new special effects that he's put in. But that's not official.
How do you even find that?
The dark web. No,
When
it's
he gets hookers to
it's
slash
it's
their
out
face.
there.
It's actually a
and
nerdy web.
Lucasfilm knows about it. It's
No.
called the
dirty web.
Specialized edition.
It's actually called
These
African American web
Yeah.
now, guys. Please.
No, it's legit. It's out there. Lucasfilm knows about it. It's called the despecialized editions, and the only caveat is that they publicize is that you have to own. Now, whether or not you actually do or not is on your conscience, but you have to own the officially licensed Blu-ray copy.
Man, nobody give a fuck if you're downloading
Exactly,
shit.
that's
Oh wait, honey, wait, stop.
But here's the
Do
thing.
we
though,
own the original?
But if you're that interested in buying one of these copies,
You don't buy it; you download it for free.
yeah, where? Okay, now we talk later. All right.
Where
I think I thought you
fair.
buy them off cons. I'm like, all right, you gotta go to a con and fucking people sell them there.
you
yeah.
go to that fucking store you guys were talking about,
Right.
that sells VHSs.
Yeah, Eagle Video.
They
still
have
has
it.
them.
Eagle Video, they have it.
Still has them.
There's room in the back.
So Super Cop,
The beta version.
Lethal Weapon 3, Hellraiser 3. I should put Alien 3 just to round out the prequel
threes.
thing. And Patriot Games. I fucking love all the Jack Ryan movies.
I was gonna ask. That's Jack Ryan.
But yeah, Patriot Games is particularly good. And
I need to watch that fucking show.
I haven't seen it yet either.
They say it's excellent
Everything I've heard is that it's fucking awesome.
with Krasinski.
Yeah, he's great.
Jim
Mr.
and
Ramil?
Pam.
Honorable mentions we're doing? Okay. In any order, right? Doesn't really
Yeah,
fucking matter.
for honorable mentions.
So, White Man Can't Jump.
Right.
3 Ninjas.
Correct.
Mighty Ducks.
Of course.
And then I went with, let me change this over.
Scent of a Woman.
Yeah.
I went with Reservoir Dogs.
Okay.
I did. I almost put Reservoir Dogs in my top 4.
But
I threw in
of course we
Zeno.
had to throw in Zeno, man. Yeah, that makes
wanted
sense.
some, I wanted something different.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to be a little different.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah,
I get you, man.
So you got Malcolm X. That's
Sidekicks came out in '93. Fucking cock tease.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Not even April 30th. It's not even like January.
God
23rd.
damn,
It's
they
April
got a fucking
30th.
thing now.
That's the whole thing.
I'm sorry.
So
I
I thought-
restructured
I thought-
my whole fucking list.
I
Well then,
put my whole honorable mentions.
it's probably not the first time I've done this.
Very Lucas.
My honorable mentions are My Cousin Vinny, White Man Can't Jump, Far and Away, Universal Soldier, Juice,
Oh, Universal.
and The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. You know what? Sister Act, because that's 6. I don't care.
I love Sister Act.
Breaking the
I love
rules.
Sister Act. But Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Ooh, Rebecca De Mornay. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
So hot. The way she was, she was. That's a good thriller. I like that one.
Gotta Google this.
I gotta Google this.
Throwaway honorable mention: Mom and Dad Saved the World.
Oh, stop where Mama shoot.
That's what I thought Mario's number 2 was going to be. That's what I thought number 2.
Hold on. Did that come out in 92?
Yeah,
Yes.
That could be in there.
Yeah. You could be
in
number
there.
1.
That's a
You
good
could
fucking
change
movie.
your number 1.
Just because I remember watching that as a kid with my mom because we thought it was funny.
Yeah, no, your story checks out, man.
That nostalgic shit.
Yeah. All right. So number 1's Chris.
Number 1 for me. I like the sound.
You like that shit?
Yeah.
It's like
Built me up.
it's that big machine gun.
It's A Few Good Men.
Same.
Yeah.
My number 1 is.
I love this movie.
Dude, I still remember watching that movie and getting freaking choked up when he was not choked up, but like the goosebumps.
Yeah,
the goosebumps
when he's drilling Jack Nicholson on the stand and they're going back and forth and the whole deal and
great.
You got that right, I did.
Yeah, great dialogue.
And
this country is protected by men with guns, standing on a wall. Yeah, it's fucking fantastic.
But to me, that's the speech before when he's prepping. That he's telling him, I think he wants to say it.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. I love that.
He wants to say it.
Because in my faggoty white uniform, and he's just fucking going in. But this is in the 90s. I'm just quoting a movie. Don't fucking.
Right, no, you'll get shit for that. There goes a corporate gig. Back to the ferry, buddy.
Son of a bitch. They cut that out. Cut that part out.
Yeah. Edit that, please.
And when they tell Demi Moore, can you leave the room so we can talk about you behind your back?
Yeah, we're going to talk about you behind your back.
See, that's a great number 1 because that's some shit you can watch right now and still be fun.
Yeah.
I watched that movie like 6 months ago.
Yeah. I got it on Blu-ray.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
That is.
And maybe if I had seen it more recently, it might have made my list.
So
Still
fucking
holds-
good.
still
It's
holds.
Aaron
acting.
Sorkin and his Aaron Sorkin as a writer. He's
Yeah, no, the writing is phenomenal in that movie.
It's based on a play by the
Oh, okay.
Yeah, same play. Yeah,
Same name?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
No, a little less men.
Yeah.
A couple men.
Yeah, they did some.
A couple good men.
A couple good guys. There was a couple good guys, and then they grew up.
Part 3?
It was a Lucas. It was a Lucas film. Yeah.
It's fantastic. I love that fucking movie so much. I love the writing of that movie. I love the fact that he was like, "Why do you hate them so much?" Is that because they're bullies, and they could why they killed the guy? Why? Because he couldn't run as fast and he couldn't run as far. Like I just love that. He goes, "Why do you defend them so much?" He goes, "Why do you like them so much?" He goes, "Because they do something I can never do. They stand in front of a wall and they say, 'Not today, not on my watch.'" And I was like, "God damn it, man! That fucking just
Watch that movie tonight. Actually. I remember a lot of these parts.
It's so fucking good. The writing
in the family
is
show?
actually no for sure. yeah.
Oh, yeah, and the cast.
Oh wait, it's
By-
93. 93. Came out in 93.
But the cast in that movie, too, is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking fantastic, man. Everybody's on top of their game in that movie. The fact that it only has an 82% certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes is beyond
That's
me.
insane to me.
Like that's like, how does that not even crack the 90s? Like that's a low 80.
But what's the audience score?
Oh, I don't know.
That's what matters.
That's all that matters. But I look. I went to iTunes and I put A Few Good Men. It says continue watching. Like I'm still fucking watching this movie. At some point, I was watching this movie. I love this fucking movie. It's downloaded on my iPad that I take on the cruises with. It's downloaded on.
It's always there.
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore.
Yeah.
Fucking.
At her Bruce Willisist.
Was she with?
Yeah.
Was that,
They were
was
there
that,
together forever.
That was that era.
Yeah. It's so fucking fantastic. I love that movie. Tom Cruise, Jack Nicholson, Demi Moore, Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon, it was great.
Yeah, he
Kevin
was the
Bacon.
And
prosecutor.
he was like, "Don't confuse me. Don't get mad at me because we wore the same uniform." I was like, "Oh man, so fucking true, dude. It's so great." It's like,
Sutherland.
Yeah. Cuba Gooding Jr. was in it.
yeah.
Fuck, dude, what an all-star fucking
Yeah,
cast.
the
You
cast
think
was
about this
insane.
shit. Pollock.
Kevin Pollak.
Kevin Pollak. I've worked with Kevin Pollak. He's a good guy. He's a funny guy.
I'm a
What, he's
fan
fucking
of his. He's
stand-up?
really
Yeah.
funny.
He was stand up before he got into acting.
You know who else shocked? I didn't know that, by the way. You know who else shocked me that was doing stand-up before he got into acting? The Hulk. This guy that did the Hulk. Eric Bana.
Yeah, in Australia.
He was a stand-up
I didn't know
comic.
Not only was he a stand up comic, he was like Australia's best stand up.
He was
comedian. Like,
good.
he was
No
the
way.
number. Like he was what Kevin Hart is right now. in America, he was,
I didn't know he was that big.
No, he was in Australia. That's where everyone. In fact, when he started doing serious roles, people in Australia wouldn't take him serious.
Shut the fuck up! I didn't know he was that big.
No, he
I
was-
thought he was.
But
doing
again, it's
some show-
Australia.
right?
I mean, it's that market
it's
is like there's
very
4
down under.
comics, and he was the
Yeah,
number
yeah.
1 out of the 4. So,
yeah,
I mean, let's be- like Australian
Yeah,
comedians. Name me 2 Australian comedians.
okay.
Thor.
That's not Eric Bana. Because it's going to be Jim Jeffries,
Jim Jeffries.
and that's it. That's all I know. I'm done. My list is done.
Crocodile Dundee guy, wasn't it?
No, I said comedian. I'm sorry. I should have specified. Funny comedians. Go.
Paul Hogan.
Paul
What's his
Hogan.
name?
I don't even know if was he stand up. I don't know if he's
Paul Hogan.
Probably
No?
did stand up.
That's not an knife.
That's his own.
What's a narf?
That's his closer.
Yeah.
That's not a knife.
That's not a knife.
That's a knife. And the crowd goes fucking ape shit.
They love it. They love
That's
it.
He's done. He's
love
just,
it.
that's his closer. I,
And
bet, I swear to
Nothing's
God,
continent.
that's the equivalent of what Pauly Shore does now. Pauly Shore stand up is like, hey, you guys remember Jury Duty? Let's talk about that. You guys remember
Pauly Shore-
Son-in-Law? That's his act. He's like, you guys remember Son-in-Law? I'm like,
Pauly
yeah, that's
Shore, dude, he gets me a little depressed, dude.
Little?
Like, I follow his shit like on Instagram and stuff. Now he has this thing where he does like rants. He put GoPros all around his fucking house, and he'll just go from room to room like ranting. Or whatever. He's trying to make it a thing, but it's like, dude, like
It's not taking off.
he lives.
It's called Big Brother.
He lives in the fucking 90s, dude.
Yeah.
Like the whole MTV.
But that's what I'm trying
Every
to tell you.
conversation's
But that's his
like-
stage. His show
I've
is
seen
like
some of his
he
shit. and-
literally says, "Do you guys remember Son-in-Law? Yeah, that was a crazy movie. Yeah,
I mean-
like that's it. He relives that. That's
I mean,
his act.
he shits on it though, which is okay. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll bring it up because that's what it's relatable.
That
They all
happened
came
in
to-
'92 though.
But then he shits on it, which is okay. But I haven't seen him like evolve. Like I haven't seen anything where I'm like, oh, that's new. Like that, it's a new version of this Pauly
Can
Shore
you be
guy.
like Encino Man and actually evolve?
Of course, yeah, bro.
No, he can. He's fine.
But wait, you said you worked with him,
Yeah.
and he was a dick to you.
He
need to hear
wasn't
this.
necessarily like Ricky's like this too. Ricky will tell you. Ricky Cruz will tell you about him too. But if you're like, I opened for him. I emceed for him, and I feel
Down here?
Yeah, in Miami. Yeah, it's like 10
What,
years
the
ago.
Miami Improv?
Yeah, the old Miami Improv. And he kept cutting my time. And in the industry, for those of you who don't know, when the headliner keeps cutting the opener's time, it's a sign that he doesn't want to follow that comedian. So that's a way of cutting down. Like, I don't have to follow somebody who's strong. I'd rather follow somebody who's strong after they do 2 minutes than after they do 10 minutes, because that's
Right.
more time of them killing.
So that's
And
why he was a dick to
by
you?
the end of the week, he was super nice to me in person, but he just kept cutting my time. I went from 15 minutes on Thursday to doing 2 minutes on Sunday. And it just kept like, can you do less time? And I'm like, why am I doing less time? I don't understand. I'm doing well. And then the manager, I was so green and so new that the manager had to pull me aside and be like, that's
yeah,
why
he
you're
doesn't
doing
want
it.
to follow. Yeah.
He doesn't want to. That's. I was
Oh,
like,
but
I'm
I
doing
thought
well.
I
And
thought
then
it was more of a personal. I mean,
No, I just don't- I
he
just-
didn't want to fucking follow you.
I just don't like. I'm like, I'm doing 10 minutes. It's not like I was doing a half hour.
Oh, I thought he fucking slapped your ass when you walked by him or something.
No,
who would've liked
that would have been appreciated.
Yeah, it would have been.
That would have been appreciated. Like, oh my god, bro, the hot chicks that went into the green room for him. Holy fuck!
Oh, but that's Polly's thing, though.
But he was like
always
40 at that time, and he was still
still killing it.
He was still pulling 20-year-olds.
He
It
looks-
was crazy.
He looks fucking like shit now.
Yeah.
Have you seen Pauly Shore now?
but he looked like shit then. I don't know if you.
Nah, he did the whole fucking like
He
eccentric.
cut the hair
fucking-
though, no? Like that.
Dude, it time.
off?
So you got- you gotta-
I don't think he cut it.
yeah, no, time
I think
did.
God
took it
Yeah,
off.
nature. Yeah.
God's
It was all the Aquanet.
And he
Some
has,
of
like-
you don't
like
deserve a mullet.
The liver spots on his face, and he's fucking. Look at Google Pauly Shore.
Just go to his Instagram. Anyways, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
So,
doesn't matter.
A Few Good Men, fantastic, love it.
How did we get from that to Pauly Shore?
I don't know where the fuck we went there. A Few Good Men is fantastic. I love it.
Amazing.
David.
My number one is My Cousin Vinny.
Great.
We can
movie.
finally talk about
Yes.
this. Well, you had it. You had it first. So you can go.
We had, I mean, higher, but okay. The entire back and forth with him and the sheriff and how they're going in and everybody's just perceiving them and they just think that, oh, it's just whatever, you know, and how he's able to kind of like con his way into proving them right and the whole deal. And then you have this serious movie where these kids may actually do some actual time, and then they flip it completely and it's just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, at the same time. I mean, it's one of those movies that I can watch whenever it's on. That's it's staying on.
I love that movie for so many reasons, but the thing I love the most about that movie is I love when I see people that are good at what they do. We talk about this when we've talked about The Office in the past on this podcast. When Michael Scott is actually a good salesman, you go, oh fuck, yeah, that's great. Like I love seeing people being good at something, and I love seeing Vinny be really like he's ill prepared. He doesn't look or act or talk like a stereotypical lawyer. Definitely not a stereotypical. He doesn't look or speak or talk or like a stereotypical lawyer, period. Much less a stereotypical lawyer in the South.
In the South, right.
And everybody's like, oh, everybody just doesn't take him seriously. When he goes to court and he just disproves everybody, and he just one by one.
Laws of physics cease to exist on your stove.
Yeah, it's fucking fantastic, and he does every piece of every eyewitness that they had. He just dismantles, and then I love when he goes, next, give me another guy. Give me the next guy up here.
I'm done with this guy.
I'm done with this guy. And I just love that because it shows me, I love when I see people who are good, like good at their job. Yeah, that fucking thing is great.
Yeah.
And the fact that Ralph Macchio was like, this is why I'm sticking by him. He was like, he did that story about the magic card, and he was like, he has it. No one can argue like my cousin Vinny. And I thought it was fantastic.
You never pull the wool over the eyes of a Campini.
Yeah.
It's a movie. So he's acting there. He's acting.
Yeah. But it's well written.
But it's believable.
Yeah.
Like you completely buy that's who he is.
Yeah, I buy that
Pesci.
That Pesci is from New York. I definitely.
Oh yeah. Very much so.
Yeah. He did that movie when he did Hamlet. Didn't really believe it. Can you imagine Pesci and Hamlet?
The English accent wasn't there.
That was so great. What am I, an asshole?
Robin Hood, though.
Am I here to be or not to be? What am I, an asshole over here? Huh?
Do I not love you?
Oh, that is my question, huh?
That is my question.
I got
Why
more
is he
questions.
DMX now?
Yeah, no. I could do that one. That's the only one.
DMX? Go.
What the fuck makes me so funny, huh?
Yeah, that's not DMX. That'd be hilarious. And now we pray, and then we come and we destroy things.
That's good.
And then we pray. I know the fact that he always ends everything with, and now we pray. Like,
I might kill a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then
we pray.
Kill the motherfucker, huh? And then he comes and tells me, you want to stick it on my ass? And I'm like, no. And then we pray.
Yeah.
That cadence is so fucking fantastic.
He's got a Christmas album out.
Yeah.
No
And
shit.
it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I think
We
I
talked
saw a
about this last year.
video.
Yeah.
I think I saw a
Fucking
video
awesome.
where he did Rudolph
Wait,
the
what do you
Red
mean?
Nose.
You know
Yeah.
my memory.
My memory's fucking off.
You can memorize movies.
Yeah, no.
But that's about important things, bro.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's not about things like don't ask him his son's birthday. He has no fucking idea.
Yeah.
But when he talks
I
about
have a
Army
son?
of Darkness,
No, if he wants to make it about Batman.
Well, prepárate.
So, all right. Number one.
You're number one, Mario.
My number one. Like I said,
Oh wait, we didn't even talk about Marissa Tomei.
Yeah.
She's
biological clock is ticking.
bro. She's just as good as Pesci in that movie.
Yeah, well, she won the Oscar.
Yeah.
You won an Oscar for that?
Yes.
that.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's the only thing that makes me go, come on.
It's for me. It's the whole cast, and you get to see her be just as good as
Yeah.
Pesci at her job.
Yeah.
When he calls her up as a special
auto expert,
witness,
yeah.
as an expert witness
With the tires.
and then everyone's looking at her. Who's this?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she just blows all these guys away. They're like, oh fuck, all right.
With the independent suspension and
Yeah.
how it pulls on one side and not the other.
It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Everyone knows when you got your
You know what this
tires
means,
stuck
right?
In the mud.
We gotta get married. Oh, how romantic! It's fucking great. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mario. Number one.
no, that's fine.
It's a movie, guys.
Yeah, just
What are you, a fucking world traveler?
The two youths.
So I saw this movie for the first time a few months ago, and the acting was phenomenal.
How many times have you seen it since? Before you even tell us,
Just
what movie
once.
it is?
Just once.
Oh, okay.
I only saw it once, but it came out in '92, and I had heard about it a million times, never saw it. The acting's fucking phenomenal. This was, I think, before his downfall, and the writing was great. A little long, but it kept me there. Chaplin.
Oh, I saw this movie for the first time about a year ago too.
You liked it?
In its entirety, yeah.
I've
It's
never seen it.
It's in the family
Very-
show. It's,
I know, and I actually when I saw that it was in the family show, I saw the trailer for it, and the trailer blew me away.
no, it's really
So
good.
that's
but I
what
haven't gone to see
I
it.
had to
because
pick
it's
it.
based on a true story. I had to go back and you know how when I watch a movie that's and they say it's based on a
To
true story,
research a little
I'm
bit.
researching it as I'm watching it.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, how true is that? Did that really
Well, that's
happen?
that's what I like about
And there's a lot, and he created United Artists.
United Artists. Yeah.
That's fucking bananas to me. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
That's the
That
thing.
was Charlie Chaplin.
That's the thing. Like growing up for me, like my mom, and now I think about it, I'm like, yeah, maybe that's why I got into this shit. Like she was big on Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz, and then
Lucille Ball.
you have one.
Look at it right there.
3 of them.
I have 3 of them, but look
Oh,
at the picture on
shit.
the wall.
Yeah, dude. Fucking my mom. You know, she would talk about
Wait,
these
fucking your
people.
mom?
Yeah, I
Whoa.
was fucking my mom, and she would tell me like, think about Desi Arnaz, and she would tell me about these. She would tell me about these
Telling
people.
you to think about this.
Yeah. And,
As you fuck your mom.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And
Pegging him.
I told you that we have a very, very weird, short, small family. And yeah, dude. So she would tell me about, you know, all these people she looked up to and stuff. And one of them was Chaplin, and she would tell me about Chaplin and this and that. And it wasn't until I saw the movie that I was like, holy shit, some of these things are true. Like Hitler supposedly modeled his stash after Chaplin.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like how fucking crazy is that shit?
He was the biggest star in the world.
Yeah.
The world. Like it was bananas. Like I again just from that movie, and I watched it about a year and a half ago for the first time as well. I bought it sight unseen. I'm like, it's Robert Downey Jr. You can't go wrong. And goddamn, I'm right.
You really can't go wrong.
Downey Jr. You can't go wrong. Holy shit.
His girlfriend. Spoiler alert. If you haven't brushed up on your Chaplin, his girlfriend, which was, I don't know if it was his cousin or something. I know she was.
He had a
something.
few different wives, and they're all super young. Like it was kind of creepy.
Well, that's another thing too. You find out, which they don't fucking really get into too much. But yeah, you're like,
Oh no, they kind of get into it.
no, they do. But I guess it's not a thing.
He
It's not
married
a-
his girl. He went to Mexico to marry some girl because she was underage, and like it happened a couple times. Like Jesus
But
Christ,
the first
Charlie.
one, when he goes back to
Charlie. That's all
his mom?
That's all I felt like fucking saying. Charlie.
his mom has like what is she, schizophrenic or something?
Yeah, but she was they grew up super poor in the depression, and she was doing drugs and being a prostitute, and then she was I would say
She had all
schizophrenic.
sorts
Yes,
of
all
like mental.
diseases, yeah.
But that I love stories like that though. Like you
of course.
see that it opens with that. Like they're in the fucking
Yeah.
dirt poor 1900s. What was
In London,
he's
right?
He's British, right?
Yeah.
He was British. And in fact, what was it that happened that he had to leave the country?
That they got evicted.
No, like
From the
towards the
country?
end. No, yeah, no, he himself.
No. I'm sorry. I
They couldn't pay.
I thought you were talking about the beginning of the. I thought you were talking about the beginning.
No,
of the
my
movie.
bad. Yeah, towards the end.
You got to leave the whole country and go over across the pond and pay your taxes.
We don't want any of that poverty here.
No, it's that whole thing about tax evasion and the whole
Well,
thing.
communism.
Yeah, that he was in the McCarthy era shit where they were like accusing
That's
people
right, that's
of
right, that's
being
right.
communists, and he was like, and
That
then
was
he went,
later in his career.
Yeah, that was at the
No,
end of
he's
his life.
already. Yeah, he's already.
That's what, towards the end of
And
his
so
life.
the story
He went to Switzerland to live in Switzerland.
was it Switzerland?
Yeah.
So the story is, which that part was fake. I thought somebody actually wrote, like the story is him old already, telling his story to is it Caine?
It's for a book, right?
To Michael Caine? No, yeah, he's writing a story about him.
Yeah.
So I thought that was, that was the only fake part. But yeah, dude, he was fucking. But it's crazy how he started. Like you see the whole thing. He started as an act. His mom in the beginning was like a singer or something, so he would watch her do this stuff, and then the comedy back then was very, Three Stooges, they fucking fall over,
Right,
and
all
do
physical comedy.
very
Buster
physical.
Keaton stuff.
Yeah, so he auditioned like that. He would just go and knock shit over and fall over and pretend he was drunk and all this, and then you see his movie career start up, and it's just fucking fascinating. And then you almost forget you're seeing Robert Downey Jr. doing
As Chaplin.
Chaplin. Yeah,
Wow.
like you think you're watching just fucking Chaplin. Like
That's
you
awesome.
forget, and we all know his story, like Robert Downey Jr.'s story, and
Yeah.
he's done so much that you would think, oh, it's Robert Downey Jr. playing Chaplin, but you forget, you fucking forget. So for me, Chaplin not only number one there, but it has for me, it's in my list of like top 10. Chaplin was fucking great.
I gotta watch it now.
Chaplin was great.
It's a fantastic movie. I mean, I'm still gonna go watch Reservoir Dogs, but yeah, I get what you're saying. But Chaplin is great. No, it's like really. I was one of those movies where I saw it a year and a half ago, and I was like, "Fuck, why am I so late in this movie?" And
Me too.
Like I was like, I hated myself for waiting that long to watch
100%. 100%.
I felt that way about watching a month ago. I watched Benjamin Button for the first time, and I was like, "It's 8 years late." I'm eight, and I was mad at myself for being 8 years late. Imagine fucking Chaplin that came out in '92 a year ago, going like, "God, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, why am I waiting?"
That
30
movie
years?
fucking as far fetched, whatever as it is, that shit gets you, huh?
Right,
Did it get you, Benjamin Button?
Oh yeah, no, it's a beautiful movie,
right?
dude. It's a beautiful movie. Yeah,
Like,
it shows you how beautiful. You just got to look at whatever perspective you're looking at.
Right.
Like he was so happy to be out on a shitty tugboat, and you like,
Right,
And he was
because-
so happy to be there because he was like, I've lived in a fucking old people's.
He was
home.
an old man.
Yeah,
he was a baby, a young old man.
Yeah, it's about
love
viewing
and
life in
perspective.
different perspectives, and it's fantastic.
Very fucking good movie.
Fantastic. And I was mad at being 8 years late. My hand there with fucking Chaplin.
Well, I've done I've seen a
Yeah, no,
bunch
you
of
haven't
movies.
seen Dark Knight Rises. Wait till you see Dark Knight Rises. It'll knock you out in your ass.
Which one? That's the Bane one, right?
Yeah.
I've seen some of it, man. I haven't.
In
I haven't
2037, you're gonna be like, why the fuck did I wait this long to see this?
I get Tom Hardy now and his accent.
That happened to me with Godfather.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem that what got me with Godfather is that.
But here's the thing: Godfather didn't come out during your time,
right?
So that's it's more understandable that you didn't. That you took a time. You took a long time to watch it because.
But there's certain movies growing up that you just hear so much about that it doesn't matter.
And the thing is that it's been spoofed so much and it's been used so much, and it's.
You didn't think it would really.
So when they say the words, like when he tells them he's gonna make an offer you can't refuse, I was like, oh no, this is when it actually happened.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You have to.
It is cool.
You have to continue.
It
like,
is cool
the whole time that I'm watching, I'm like, this is the first time he says this.
It is cool.
Nobody's ever heard this until right now when he says it.
It is cool to have that.
Yeah.
At least that because it. You know it, and you think it's gonna be, but it's cool to see. Oh shit, that's the fucking moment. Yeah, fucking. Oh, I like that. I like that too.
I mean, I get caught up in movies like when you're watching and I kind of like just
me too.
What like you're saying, you forgot that it was Donnie Jr. With that one, because of this, I guess they've almost turned into slapstick. It kept throwing me off, and I had to keep telling myself,
getting back into it.
I had to like the horse scene. When he leaves a horse head on the bed.
Well, if you know the fucking truth behind that. Well, no, I've seen bits of it. I just haven't.
He knows what it is.
But those scenes are iconic. You can't.
Yeah, that's
right. But supposedly that was a real horse head. You guys know this?
They just fart.
Those are fucking rusty ass. They
finish the sentence. You can't just say my rusty ass and then
maybe
that was your rusty ass. And I'm like. My rusty ass?
Rusty ass
You
chair.
just stop talking. I'm like, no, you gotta say rusty ass chair.
The joke got out already.
Yeah.
I forgot they weren't seeing us.
Can't bring it back.
See, it's
but yeah, no.
whoever smelt it dealt it.
Google it.
It's a real horse.
Scorsese did Godfather, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Francis
Coppola.
Ford
Oh no, Coppola. Coppola. Okay.
I just agreed to that without even thinking. Like, yeah.
I just said it in such a
36. Yes, 36.
yeah. Look it up. They used a real fucking horse head for that scene.
Huh.
Yeah.
Horsehead and
Godfather.
That's the Googles.
Yeah.
But even that
a horse's
scene
head
is-
that appeared in an iconic scene in The Godfather was real.
There's
That's it.
weird
That's
shit.
all it says. that's
Yeah. So like I know that. So now
Mario
when I
is
see
correct.
the studio had encouraged Francis Ford Coppola to use a fake horse head, but he didn't
wanted the
like
real
the
shit.
mock-up. Well, in all fairness, the makeup back then was kind of shitty.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, it was terrible. That was a real horse head?
Dude,
Dad,
so those
I
are
gotta go
things-
back and watch that now.
That's what I'm saying. Those
That's
are things
impressive.
that I've heard now that when I see it, I'm like, oh shit, it adds a little. Like, for example, I don't know, you can look this one on Verify This. In Wizard of Oz, there's a scene where there's one of the little Oompa Loompas or whatever. There's actually, you see in the back, one of them hanging.
Yeah,
one of them hung
swinging,
himself.
swinging from a tree. You see the shadow of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because he hung himself on set. And they didn't catch it.
I don't think that was real.
Look it up.
Yeah, I don't think that one is verified, but
We're gonna
that's-
verify right
that's-
now,
that's-
David.
That's something that
Was
I've
he
heard
hanging
about
off
from-
licorice?
Yeah.
A fucking
Yeah,
a cherry vine?
Short, for our short audience.
Because the vines are candy. Oh man, this is fucking hilarious. Who's that in a candy factory? God,
Good
damn, that's
stuff, yeah,
hilarious.
yeah.
This is gold. I don't give a fuck if you guys are laughing or not. I don't give a shit. As a professional comedian, I'm fully aware that not all audiences are gonna get my humor, but I know what's funny. That's fucking funny. That's gold.
That's fucked up because he lived a short. That's fucked up because he lived a short life.
Oompa Loompa. How do you spell Oompa Loompa?
Yeah,
Good
They're
luck.
not called Oompa
Oompa
Loompas.
Loopa's Willy Wonka.
Oh, my bad. What the fuck are they called?
They're called little people.
Yeah.
Really want?
Okay.
Hang that.
You can't say midget now. I don't know.
No, you can't say midget.
That's why I'm saying they're little people.
No.
Are they people though?
Little people. It's a big world.
All right, so we'll figure it out. I don't know.
All right. Well, those are, I don't
So
know,
our
random
mountain-
fucking facts.
So our
What the hell
final
are they
mountain.
called?
So our they're Oompa Loompas, man. I don't
They're
know
not
what the
Oompa
fuck.
We're going to
They're
call
not
them Oompa Loompas.
What do you mean they're not Oompa Loompas?
They're not Oompa Loompas.
They are. In the movie, the characters are Oompa Loompas.
No.
That's Willy Wonka.
And Willy Wonka.
What are we talking about here?
Wizard of Oz.
Oh, fuck.
Right? You got confused.
I got confused. I swear to God. That's why I made a joke about it being a candy vine, because I thought it was an Oompa
Yeah, you
Loompa
dug
in a
deep.
fucking chocolate factory.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's why
Don't
we
get me
were all
wrong.
looking.
Oh, no wonder.
Anything- yeah, that's funny,
Anything
Mary.
under 411 is an Oompa Loompa. I don't give a shit. Give a fuck.
Doesn't it make sense? Where I was like, why are you guys not laughing? That shit is hilarious.
But in your head, you're like, fuck, this
It's
is
hilarious.
killing.
I'm thinking it's
Yeah, yeah.
about
It's all
fucking
chocolate
Willy
river.
Wonka. Oh, man.
It's not used the audience, bro.
They're munchkins.
Munchkins.
Munchkins. Oh, that's even worse.
Right.
From
That's
Munchkin
the
Land.
best.
Oompa
Just
Loompa.
call yourself Oompa Loompas,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Munchkins wish they were Oompa Loompas.
Yeah, that's right.
Come into the pants.
All right, so our final mountain. I don't know why I didn't get the C in Chaplin. It's just put happening. I was like, no, that's not what thing.
To
It's a whole
use.
different
A Few Good Men was repeated,
Repeated. My cousin Vinny was repeated.
My Cousin Vinny.
Reservoir Dogs was repeated.
and I had another
Encino
one that was
Man.
repeated.
No.
Yeah, you gotta put Encino Man up there. Let's switch it up with the
Malcolm
comics.
X.
Unforgiven.
Was that repeated?
Yeah, you had Unforgiven.
I had Unforgiven. Did you have Unforgiven?
I had,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
He had it as 2.
Few Good Men.
I didn't get any of them on the fucking thing.
Yeah, well, you pick shitty movies into the end. I don't know what the fuck to
Assholes.
tell you, man. You can't.
Everybody got
do that.
super excited with Chaplin.
Yeah, no, I said to the end. I got you waited all the way to the end. You did a fucking good
But
movie.
one of mine's on the thing, bitches.
Put one of mine on the thing.
Fucking worked hard on this
play.
shit. I did my shit before the show, not on the show.
Well, I
fucking did my
pick good.
thing,
I
bro.
pick good movies. You see how that shit works?
You verified on Rotten Tomatoes.
If there's a repeat,
Yeah, it goes up.
it goes.
goes up.
It automatically
should've
makes
fucking-
it.
Well, it's not. It's about which movie gets the most votes.
Right.
It just happens to be that in this group, usually when there's a repeat, that means that's enough.
Even if it's in the honorable mentions
No,
and not in the,
no,
it has to be on the
Honorable
top
mentions
4.
don't count.
Okay. All right, I'm okay.
Put
With
a
that.
U again. Fuck. I swear to God.
If that was the number, I'd tell you to play the lotto.
Yeah, your whole life is surrounded by this U, bro.
What numbers are you?
You're gonna die with like a horseshoe or something. Something's
I
gonna hit you in the
Man,
back.
Reservoir Dogs, Unforgiven. Right?
Yep.
And what else?
And My
Encino-
Cousin Vinny.
My cousin Vinny.
Encino.
I was one away from a perfect
So
game.
was I.
Goddamn, my cousin Vinny. All right. So that's the mountain. There's A Few Good Men, Reservoir Dogs, Unforgiven, My Cousin Vinny.
bullshit.
Thank you guys for
Fucking
checking us out. Mario, where can the listeners, where can they hear you? Where can they reach you?
You could find me on Facebook at Mario Ramil Comedy, Ramil Ramil. You could look me up on Instagram at Mario_Ramil. Doing a few shows. Might hit the cruise lines with Neri.
No.
All right, well, fuck yourself. and yeah, man, I'll be around.
You're way too popular. We can't
No,
have that.
stop
We can't have that
it. Chaplin, put him on the fucking thing. Fuck you guys.
shit. Reservoir Dogs.
That whole shit's haunting you, bro.
It's really is. I'm like, you gotta watch Reservoir Dogs now. David is a part of a great band called Naked Vengeance. Make sure you check out Naked Vengeance on social media. It's everything at nakedvengeance.com. Everything is at Naked Vengeance. Check out his band. You have any gigs coming up?
July 10th at a place called Las Rosas is the only thing on our docket right now.
What do you play?
Guitar.
Nice.
Electric Triangle.
Did you not?
With or
did you not
without
see
the
like,
fedora?
The fedora.
Always with a fedora.
Always with the fedora. Say if they see him one day without the foot, it's like, they got a new guitar? So what the fuck?
So make sure you check him out. Make sure you check out the band and on all social media. Chris, thank you again for coming by, for hanging out with us. Appreciate that, man. Always love having you on. Check out my comedy. I release new videos of my stand-up every week or every other week. I try to do that on my Facebook comedy page and then on my YouTube. But everything can be found at neryscience.com or whatwashisname.com because nobody remembers how to spell neryscience.com. So whatwashisname.com. Check that out.
Well, to be fair, I would look up Neri SIGNS.
Yeah. I get it. So that's why I did whatwashisname.com.
So why don't you do like signs? Why don't you say it like in a different way?
Why?
Out of you.
So that people fucking find you.
Or they go to whatwashisname.com.
That's true. But then it might be a bunch of people just looking up like porn stars. Because I saw it the other day at a thing. Like people were saying like on a website like, what's that guy's name?
Yeah.
How do I find this guy? What's that girl's name?
Yeah. That's it. That's what I want you to think of.
So
When
you might
think
have
of me,
you might
in
have
my
a
comment,
bunch
you
of
think of
people.
I want guys who are addicted to porn looking up.
That might be your audience.
My demographic. That's what I shoot for. Shoot.
Rim shot.
No, it's called Rim Job. So thank you guys for checking us out. Check out the other podcasts on the Geek Bro Network that include the What's Up Bro podcast, Zero's on Hero, Mamas and Merlot, What's Good, Shiver, The Talking Geek, Mr. Multiverse, Comedy Fitness, Pero Let Me Tell You, and Morbid Curiosity. Again, geekbro.net. Check that out. And we appreciate that. Oh, Mario's podcast, man. Mario, are you on iTunes?
I am not. I want to talk to you about that later.
Okay, we'll talk.
Naked.
Yeah.
And
of course.
Yeah, dude, I just started this podcast. I put it up. I try to do a YouTube thing, but mostly it gets the most traction on Facebook, but it's very simple. The Ramil podcast, where I just talk shit for about 20-25 minutes.
Yeah.
And yeah, man.
It's a video podcast.
It's a video podcast. Awesome. Yeah, dude. So I have a mic stand. I'm doing pretty good. And every
Bluetooth.
He's great.
No, dude,
he's not on iTunes, but he has a mic stand. So
my
shit, figure that shit out. The free shit he can't figure out.
Right.
The shit that he pays for, no, we got that covered.
Well, it's funny, Nary, because Facebook pays me. Yeah, it's little things like that. Yeah.
Well, I pay Facebook, so in reality, I pay you.
Well, thank you, and that's why I'm here.
So that's the way you see it.
That's why I'm here. But no, I like this whole little setup, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's great, man.
My shit's always fucking audio peaks. It fucking ugh.
That's why I have these, man.
I gotta get that shit, dude.
Man. It's fantastic. So check him out, man.
Where do you find headphones?
No, Mario Ramil is super funny, man. As you can tell, we gotta have you back on Woo Bro, because Woo Bro, What's Up Bro, the podcast is less structured. It's more of a free flow, like what we just talking shit. Yeah. And as you can tell, you are awesome and hilarious at deviating.
Sorry,
the actual
that's what my teacher said in school.
But it's fucking great. It makes for a great podcasting. So I gotta have you back on Woo Bro. So
for sure, dude.
Thank you guys for checking us out, and that's how lists are made. Peace.